Okay, we'll go anyway. Right, so we're starting off with CSGO very soon, joined by my CSGO analysts, Niall and Tom. So, if you just, both, right, let's start with you, Niall. What are you looking to see in these games?
I'm hoping some close ones because we know Lancaster got to the final of New Live and York's team got pretty deep. I can't remember who they got knocked out by. I think it might actually, no, it wasn't Lancaster, it was someone with an elbow. It might have been Loughborough. Yeah, anyway, I think it's going to be a close one. They're both top 8 teams, and one of them came second in New Live. So, I think it'll be a close one.
I think it's going to definitely go to a third map. In the regular season of Yule, I believe York beat Lancaster, but then lost them in the double elimination for Yule Live.
Yeah.
So there's definitely sort of a bit of rivalry, a bit of history between these two, even more so beyond just Roses. Like
I believe in that game, was their highest ranked player for Lancaster wasn't actually playing for them?
Yes, they were. They did have one player missing, if I remember correctly.
I think you're right. Enigma. There you go. Thank you.
Appropriately enough.
Indeed. That's true. But yeah, no, fair enough. So let's just start with the maps anyway. Let's start talking about that. So Tom, what kind of maps do you think we're going to be seeing Fragstock favouring in the big band plays?
I think Fragstock will move towards either Overpass or Cobble, as they are sort of their two favourite maps. However, it's also ones that I believe, I don't know them as well, but I believe Lancaster like them as well. So you may well see both of those played, even though they are Fragstock's strongest map. They are also, so you have two teams with very similar map pools. So it sort of depends which strategy the teams go with their bans. They ban their weaknesses or their opponent's strengths because they have similar strengths. So it's like how the teams feel about the middle of their map pool.
I think I can see definitely Fragstock taking Overpass because really B site is kind of Matt's playground. Like we saw that a lot in the games he played, where like that guy just understands 1vx's on B site so well that he can outplay pretty much anyone at it. And I feel like if you were to like do a sort of pound for pound judgment, you'd probably say Lancaster team's better if you were to just take each player and compare them to each player in York. So York's going to want to play maps that require teamwork and strategy over raw aim and raw skill. And Overpass is a map where you cannot get by on raw skill. You need coordination because you need to know when your site's been breached, you need to know when people are pushing up, and so there's plenty of place on the map. You can get shot in the back and the side and everywhere. And so it's the kind of map that will give York a chance, I think, at taking it. Whereas something like Cash would be I think their worst nightmare because it's where it's pure aim, it's free wheelie kind of stuff, and that's where they'll just get run over, I think.
Yeah, fair enough. I think I agree.
Same with Cobble, actually. I think you're right about Cobble. It's very similar to Overpass where you can't really get by on pure aim. You need some kind of strategy on both T and CT side. You need coordination because you get punished by bad rotations all the time.
I definitely think the thing is you do say that Lancaster have the better aimers, but as I said, I do think Lancaster also like those maps. So it's sort of it's sort of become almost a battle of the tactics beyond more of a battle. Obviously, you need to hit your headshots to win, but if both of them have got very good players, but it's sort of it's not going to be where that slightly better aim is going to be able to carry like Cash and you're going to need your tactics to be as good as well.
So, I mean, on that, what do you think? Now, let's talk about it with you guys. So, in terms of the maps, in terms of the strategy, what do you think? If we're talking about Synonym and how he is obviously the in-game leader, how do you think he's going to be trying to approach this game in terms of strategy?
Well, I think Synonym probably understand as well that really on paper they're going against a strong team. I don't think there's any doubt about that. So he'll understand that. But I mean, I say this on paper. Actually, I think about it. There's not enough of a difference so that they'll just beat them every time. If someone on Fragstock pops off, that'll be all it takes to make the difference. It is a pretty small difference. The issue will be them containing their sort of star player. And so that's why I think they'll be leaning much more towards team-oriented executes. They won't be looking for duels. They won't be looking for 1v1s. They'll be looking for clean executes and kind of not, I don't want to say cheese, but very well coordinated strategies. And sometimes it be stuff like site stacking and things like that. Ways to give yourself an edge if you toss the coin right kind of thing. And we'll be really avoiding those 1v1s and those that kind of duel situation.
I'm not aware if Enigma, who the Lancaster player, if he's like a rifler or an AWP player, but you can definitely, if you know where he's playing, and because they have played each other before, you can hope that York can sort of make some kind of preparation exactly for that team. If you know where he likes to play and how he likes to play, you can use your utility to gain the map control so you can nullify his ability to affect the game. So it's sort of, it can come down to how well Fragstock know about how Lancaster plays, especially Enigma. If he really is going to be like the problem, like the thorn in their side the whole game, which he definitely has the potential to be. So it's definitely down to their preparation if they want to. And if they can't just have one of their own players rise to his level, then they need to have something else like tactically to be able to contain.
So just on that then, if we just talk about Syndon's team again, if we talk about Flagshot, obviously I think they're more of a CT favoured team in general. So how do you think Lancaster, just knowing this, having a bit of knowledge about the team in general, let's start with you, Tom. How do you think they're going to try and counter this? The CT.
I think they're going to really try get it onto maps where they are very familiar with, which I kind of how you said. This is why I think Overpass will definitely come up, because both teams are strong there, and neither team is going to be wanting to play on their weaknesses. Both because Frankfurt don't feel they can take the duels, but also because Lancaster also know that they need to be good on T side. They can't just rely on their CT, because like even though their CT might be good, like they know that that York could easily get 10, 12 rounds in their CT, so they need to both have a good CT, but also have sort of prepared executes and prepared pushes and fakes and all these sort of things to be able to just get like 4 rounds, 5 rounds if that's what they feel they need, because they know that they're going to struggle to get you're not going to see I don't think we'll see a very split half. Especially on Overpass, that which both teams will bottom.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's kind of a balance actually. I think on two teams, because I think Overpass is a map that you would say naturally favours a team that is trying to contain a single player, because it is such a strategic map and you can't get by with aim on that map. It has to be good rotations, good coordination, not aggressing too much on the CTR. But I also think that the disadvantage going the other way is that having a strong CT side against a team that have very good aim is not really what you want, because it's not the team that you can't shut people out the same way you can on the T side, where if you know where this guy is on the CT side, you can shut him out of the game much easier than you have to deal with him if he's on T side, because he's just coming at you when they're going, and you can't really box him off in the same way. So you've got this weird kind of dynamic where the camera just completely goes to the side. You've got this dynamic though where the map will favour York, I think, but the York strengths naturally don't favour him against a team with superior aim. That's kind of the issue with it. Yeah. That's kind of
I see what you mean.
It'll be which of those factors ends up being the bigger one.
Combined with the sort of if a York player does go off, and there are several players in that team that can definitely rise to the level that they need to contest with Lancaster, but again, it's sort of, will that happen? That's the. I mean, they say they feel confident, but then they wouldn't say they're not confident. So,
So if we just talk about the Flagshot team specifically for a moment, Nolly, you've played them before. What would you say? Who should we be looking out for to see making some plays or at least learning something?
And what I'd say is that on Terra's side, you want to watch BCG because he's a very scary entry flagger. His just peak shots are pretty scary. On CT, he's not quite as much. CT, what you're going to see is probably very steady up and considering he's not flashy. He likes to just be stable. He just holds the angle, he hits the shot, and he backs out. And, he takes the kill, and he doesn't try and 1vx them by pushing up around. He doesn't play aggressive. But the guy you're really looking for is Matt in CT. When it's either retake situations or when you're talking about post-entry situations where there's 3 people or 4 people on the site ready. The way he sort of moves around the site and just uses his position to his advantage is pretty incredible. Sometimes he literally turns like I was saying before, he can turn 1vx's into just sequences of 1v1s that he wins because the other players don't know what he is, and he's constantly moving around the site and off the smokes. It's very imaginative, really, in what he does. Where it's like your worst nightmare really is a team once you've got the site. You know the guy is in this area, but you can never quite expect where he's going to peak from because he mixes it up a lot and he really gets in his opponent's heads on the CT half. I think the issue with that is that strength does not translate to T side very well at all, because once you're kind of on the site, it's not like that because they sort of know where you are. He can kind of push off and alert, but it's just not as applicable. I don't know why that is, but it just isn't really. The T side is BCG, for sure. That's the guy you want to watch for that side. And CT, if you want flashy plays, it's Matt.
I definitely feel like Matt is definitely more sort of ups and downs, more inconsistent. And he definitely thrives in that chaos on CT, where it's if you want to take it to a scrappy style, he's the one that's going to punish you for that because he can play at your own game. Whereas like on the more structured style, like if both teams go very structured by execute heavy, I don't think Matt will have a really big game because that's sort of like I think that'll be more like down to Jordan and his sort of stable or BCG or whoever else on the team sort of just play a more standard game. But if it starts descending into like just mess, just like not necessarily correct executes, rushed executes, but more touch play, and just sort of a mess, that's when Matt's just going to tear you apart. Like they're gonna feel the pain of making that mistake.
Any thoughts on Raspart or Fesh at all? Mind of you? Because we haven't heard too much about them yet.
Not really. I haven't seen. Oh, I've not. The thing is, I've seen them sort of play, but not enough to have like a good feel for them. And I've not played with them, so I don't really know what they're sort of like. Don't know what you call it, like the methodology to the game is. Like, you can very easily tell like people have different approaches. You know, the only thing I can say, actually, no, I think about the approach thing I didn't mention before is that one thing I can see maybe being an Achilles heel is that something BCG is great at is the aggressive play on T-side, just aggressively beating. But the problem is, if you're against someone who can match you in those aim battles, like because it's not like disrespectful style, because it's saying hit me, try and hit me, I'm going to hit you first kind of thing. Is it can be really dangerous against a team who've got as good aim as Lancaster have, where you try and do that, they're going to take your head off every time, kind of thing. And so. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure he is definitely the team player to watch on the fractional side, but I'm thinking it's like actually he might not be as successful as he has been in the past. I mean, he might be. You can see him; he'll catch people off guard to start with because he is so aggressive. People just don't expect you to be there when you are. But you know, like smart, good players will adapt to that, and they'll start playing a bit more defensive. They'll start smoking like catching off those kind of things when they know your push is coming. Yeah, so we'll see.
Any thoughts on Raspart, Fesh, or just the team members in general?
I think it was Raspart wasn't present last time we played this. My team played this team, so I can't really say too much about him. But Fresh seems to.
He's the secondary author.
Yes, I believe. Fresh was when we played them on train. He really played a sort of rotation very well, and if it does go to overpass, where rotations are also very important, I think he can be a very important player because knowing when to do those rotations. Train is similar in so overpass and so important, but overpass for a different reason. Like overpass is just so long, it's such a long rotate, whereas train is more just because it's one of the sites is so hard to retake. You want to stack that site so much, so you almost always end up doing a retake. Whereas probably there's some different reasons why they're so rotation, but they are both similar.
I mean, I could see Frankfurt picking train as their choice, and then both teams letting overpass default as the third mark. Like I could see that being quite possible. Train's another one where like it does not matter how good your aim is. If your team does not defend properly, you're going to get shot in the back of the head every round. Like there's just way too many places you can get sort of cut off from. But if you're not coordinated, that's the ball game.
I feel like train is more likely to be left. I think overpass will get picked early. I think there'll be if neither of them can get banned in the first round, I think it'll be overpass trouble for the first few maps, and then probably train for the third. But I don't know. But I can also definitely see. I don't think I'd see Frankfurt banning either, but I could see Lancaster banning either overpass or Cobble, and then that's when you maybe see train in the first two. Is if Lancaster ban one of those two, and if Lancaster feel very confident, so one of the more less played maps like Inferno or Nuke, then they could sort of throw a curveball because I don't think Frankfurt are expecting to pick it, so they're expecting to have to ban it in the first round.
No, fair enough. I was going to say one thing that's very good about Counter-Strike is sort of, obviously the strategy side of it as well. Trying to get into the mind of the in-game leader and think about how they're sort of envisioning their team sort of pushing out and trying to make plays. So, Nolly, I'd be interested. You're someone who's talked about Cinnamon quite a bit, and the way he likes to sort of think in terms of his team. How would you say his approach as an in-game leader sort of really is?
Well, I think the thing about him that I really respect is that he's got like a high flying attitude, but he's sort of like he doesn't really see the players on his team necessarily as like tools for him to use kind of thing. He sees you all as like this is the role you need to fulfill kind of thing. He has that attitude to heal. It's like I say, he doesn't go for glory. He doesn't go for the glory plays. He does what's needed, and he has the same attitude with his players that he puts a lot of faith in you and says just this is what you need to do in this situation. Do it as best you can, and he has trust you to do that. Like when I subbed for the team, like we were playing against players a lot better than me, but he just gave me a job to do a Mirage, which just told the apps, and that was it. And he put his trust in me to do that, and it went all right because he didn't like overinvest in trying to carry me up and like give me a chance at winning. He just said like you just need to do what you can in that position, and that's how he plays, and that's how he kind of thinks about the game. It's that sort of like the hide man. He's not a football player at all.
He puts a lot of trust in his players, definitely, and that both on both sides of the map, and on CTA that allows him to also be an impact player. He just has to micromanage all of his players, but also on T side, it gives players, sort of more chaotic players like BCG or Mats, to give them the freedom to like, oh, I can push here, and even if I die, like I'm not going to get shouted at because I'm not in a place to throw a smoke and execute. That's going to happen later. Which with some teams where it's very important that you have at least 4 people alive at the 1 minute mark, because we're going to throw these smokes and then do this. Whereas it's more sort of free flowing. It's more like go out and see what you can do, and then we'll do a lot. It's a lot
Work
more
from there.
Yeah, it's a lot more mid round sort of calls and just early. Just say we're going to hit this site at this time.
So if we just talk about the maps we're expecting to see, Overpass and Cobble, do you think, obviously one side will start off with, I assume they're, actually I'm not sure if they're doing a knife round, but assuming they're not doing a knife round, then it's going to be a flip a coin and then pick which one, and then the other side picks second time. Which side do you think Fragsock are going to want to pick for Overpass and Cobble?
It may well be that you pick the side of your opponent's maps. That's another system that's been used.
So assuming that's the case then.
Yeah. I think, I guess, as we've said, that Fragsock will be very strong on their CT side. I think they're going to want CT sides every time they can get them.
Yeah.
Just because if your opponent needs to win 10 rounds, when even if it's their better side, you sort of feel more confident than if they have to win 5 rounds, just because you've got more chance to fuck up, really, just make mistakes.
But like, let's just imagine that it was a choice between you get CT on Overpass and then T on Cobble, or CT on Cobble and T on Overpass. What do you think they would prefer to have?
CT on Overpass. Because Cobble is much easier to sort of run as a team, I find, because the CTs can't really push for information. Like, Overpass isn't a great map for pushing information, but it's still better than Cobble. Cobble is basically, you can't push out a B at all, unless you boost up drop. You really just...
It's like extreme high risk.
You risk just getting a face.
And also, once you've done that once, you can't really do it again, because there's someone waiting for you.
Yeah, it's only really A-Walls is the only real option, and even then, you can't do that like every round, just because it becomes, you just become free pick. Whereas Overpass, you can do connect control, you can take toilets, you can take long, you can try and take be short. There's sort of a lot more options, even though it's nowhere near like Mirage or Cash with CT info, but it's still better than Cobble. So I think T-side and Cobble is less of a disadvantage than it is on Overpass.
I mean, I think you always kind of want to start with the side that you think you can run away with rounds on, kind of thing. And so I think on Overpass, it always feels like CT side are the ones that run away with it if they do. Like, it's pretty rare you have a T side that dominates an Overpass. And kind of the same thing when I watch Cobblestone, if it's CT side that wins, it's normally like it was a slugfest and it's gone to overtime on a really bad out, or they had such a dominant T half because they just won the pistol, 1-2 gun rounds, and that was it. And so like you want to pick the T side, because on Overpass, if you get going this T, on Cobblestone, if you get going this T, you can feel like there's no answer to you. Like if you're going to drop and just clearing them out every time, there's a point where CT just think, what the hell do we do? You know, and then you can mix it up with, you just send like one person to A long or something, and so then they throw shit off again, they rotate, and then they just get picked off from long, and they're like, well, like how do we play against this? You know, you really want that momentum to always be in your first match. You get as many rounds as you can on the court while you get the momentum.
So yeah, always one of the ones for CT where if you want to maintain that drop control for a significant amount of time, you need the utilities to do so. Like you can't try and hold that without smokes or molotovs, because you'll just get molotov flashed out and then you're dead. And then your team's down one, and they have drop control, which is a very significant part of, because you can block all rotations by having that. So it's definitely one way if you get reset at CT on goal, you can definitely sort of just get denied completely. I mean, it is possible to have a CT sided half, and in fact, it definitely could be possible of that, but it's not a guarantee that CTs are going to get more rounds than Ts.
Yeah, I mean, Cobble's like a map you can't really lock down in the same way as other maps. Like on something like Inferno, it's very easy for CTs to just have a fixed kind of strategy and just lock the map down. But on Cobble, there's so much mix-up that he can throw at you. Like even defaults are scary because there's just so many places you've got to cover, and you don't really have enough players to do it. Because ideally, you'd want 2 in drop at least, but then you kind of want 2 watching plateau as well, and you want your 2 on A site. So it's like it feels like you almost need a sick plan to hold.
You have to take a risk somewhere.
Exactly, like there's a weakness somewhere in your, and if they can find that spot and then just keep hitting you there and you can't adapt to it. Like that's going to happen a lot more ways on tonight. Overpass, you almost have like too many players. You can cover everything. You just play deep on a site. There's nowhere you're exposed from at all, anywhere at any point. And that's kind of how it feels. Because you can't really explosively take up overpass site either. There's always a place for them to back off. But on Cobble, you stand your ground and you fight or you die. Like you don't get. There's nowhere to hide. So yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it.
Yeah, it's always possible as well on Cobble where if a team has a good BT side execute, like you can't stop that. If you can't stop that, they're just going to like it's so easy to hit you. They'll do that 13 rounds in a row and then we're
going to them momentarily.
Okay. Sure. Right. Well, just very quickly, give me just one quick. What are you going to predict for the set? Starting with you, Tom.
2-1 frags up.
2-1 frags up. Nice.
Okay. My heart pick, right? This is my heart pick is Fragshot 2-1, or my brain pick is Lancaster 2-1. Right. But I think both teams will definitely pick up a map, though. Like I'm pretty sure of that.
All right. Well, we will be going to the first map very shortly, so we will be seeing you after the first game. So, thank you very much.
Lancaster's picked Overpass, North picked Cobble. So they get to pick. They got to pick between Cash and Inferno, and they picked Cash. So it's going to be a good best of three. Like you said, they have played a long time together over the course of the year, both Newell and I think a few of them played in the ESEA together. So this is going to be a good match. They have evenly rounded teams, I believe. So let's get straight into it, just like yours.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Tony has no audio.
Technical difficulties. Is there a knife round?
There should be a knife round, yeah. There should be. Get picks, get to pick sides. Get to cast up a knife round. All 10 in the server. That is bad.
Is that our feedback? It's so powerful.
So powerful.
It's enthusiastic.
Wow, that is.
I'm not worried. You gotta stay calm. Someone does an ace. This is natural.
I have to go rage mode like Eco. Eco, are you kidding me? I could do it. Ugh. Getting into mind games. Mind games. That's what that is right there. Getting into their heads. We're having a bit of a technical difficulty with the audio.
Hopefully it'll be sorted soon. But the knife round's out again.
2 seconds. 1.
Oh,
Knife round. Live with the knife round.
I see. Any interesting strats for knife rounds?
Armor decoy, that's pretty much it. Because I believe decoys will still be allowed.
Did decoys even make sound if you have no weapon?
They do hit you for 1 armor damage, though, which can be the matter of life and death in knife rounds.
Yes.
I need to alt tab to see what.
Classic going to mid.
Sorry.
They're just going to get out of the way.
Don't keep it on time.
So mysterious knife round.
Serious knife round. You still see it on the screen with a slight delay. So we're going to cast it with a slight delay. It seems that York have actually won the knife round based off the cheers with 4 people to their life. Very dominant knife round. They've chosen to stay on the T side. Might have a few ideas coming out, a few takes.
This map is generally CT side, so
It is, yeah. So
get hard round out first.
I
Hoping just for a strong start.
now they've switched.
Now they've switched.
See, this is the way I like it. I personally, on even maps that are decided, I would always like to start a team. I know it's very controversial. However, I always like to, with my team, set baseline to know that either we need to catch up on this CT side, which is the more favourable half, or we need to hold on these many rounds kind of thing.
I think I'm the majority in you like that defensive feel.
Yeah.
Keep going. 10-5 we just gotta get a few rounds kind of thing. Double check who we have.
So, just in the warm up now, everyone's getting ready. Match starts in 8 seconds. We get this underway with the final round, final eSports of Roses, this Counter-Strike Global Offensive. You've already seen the lovely games of Ghost 2 and League of Legends, but now you're here for the real hard-hitting eSports. These are the ones that really matter. And we're live. Good luck, have fun.
And starting guys, you see, all armor except Matt Motley with diffuse skill nades.
Took a hit for his team to make sure they have the nades and the kit.
It looks like T's are doing a monster rush.
Classic. Yep, 5-man monster rush. And they just have to win angels right here. Good thing about this is the USBs on the CT side have a much longer range advantage. So the terrorists are really just going to have to run and go with those clocks. But they have brought it back to a 2v2.
They go to the bomb, which is good money. Even if they don't win
Around, they hit
it's
also
2v2.
extra.
It's definitely winnable.
Got the BCG and Synonym on the CT
It's a
side.
great headshot.
BCG just gets dinked straight away.
Right now, 6 HP.
However, Tops does have 5 HP. So this is essentially a 1v1 if you were to play it like this.
It's diffuse skill on one, so it's just
And Lancaster win the pistol round. 4K.
extremely close starts. That's what I wanted to see. It's
That's
more of a
debatable. But
totally unbiased.
like I said, CTE is very normal, just going to force vote this round. They managed to bring it down to 2-2.
From QPC, which
Good little purchase.
is been interesting.
A little and a smoke, which is very interesting because in the latest meta, the UMP is much more favourite as you can buy more on his hand. Taken out straight away by that is aggressive push by the CTs, but they're going to be punished now with their low health, no armour.
No chance for beating even the Galil anyway.
Pants going down on B, but his team are not with him, so they could cut off his teammates here. 3v3, no players and all the CT players though. This round is basically done and dusted. They're just gonna take their guns and run.
So they've managed to pick up the Galil.
Yeah, they did manage to get
Interesting,
their
but as they're going to be most likely eco next round, it's any gun you can save is better than no gun, really.
And Botley, of course, saving that armour with his HSB, that is essential. Armour and helmet. And a smoke and 5-7. So that is a lot of investment.
And all through Lancaster get out, there's going to be no after fighting yet. I think the Galil might be, is it more accurate at long range compared to UMP?
Yes.
Because the CTs, a few of them did by head armor, so
No,
maybe the
just
mindset for that is they've done their research, they know this is what people generally tend to do. Maybe.
Yeah, possibly.
You get the better pistol, but save the armor, save with not buying head armor.
They've got that Galil over to the teammate that has armour and head armour, which is a good idea to make, but
Experiment is buying the Mac 10, probably trying to break in some money with this round.
this is 1-for-1, which is good.
But let's play with the armor on though. So.
But this is essentially a throwaway round. CT's only had USBS's and that Galil. So bomb goes down. Quick and easy round for the Lancaster team. 4 people staying alive with that Mac 10 getting 2 kills, which is going to build him a lot of money.
So this is going to be a fully round of all straight away for Raskiot. We'll see where he plays that.
Well, 4M4s. Good nade sets on both Botley and Synonym.
As far as also upgrading to an ult as well. So
Looks like this August in a
fully bought straight away.
close. He misses the jump though.
Jump falls back straight away.
Doesn't want to risk that at all. You don't to give away early advantages on the CT side, especially on a map like Overpass. Those two playing on A, they push up, see the information. He could have got a pick on the AWP, but as soon as you see information, the glorious thing about Overpass is you can literally just fall back to side at CTs, play safe, he gets the pick. So, as he said, he's immediately going to fall back to side. Botley is also going to follow him, they're just going to play safe, keep the advantage, and see whether T's put T's in the pressure, really.
That's the first AWP duel there, and just, yeah, come out on top of that.
The T's here are just trying to get map control, really. They've left the bomb back in T connector, which Enigma has gone and picked up now for his team. So they're just trying to get more information since they're manned out.
There's 3 on site here, so they're fully prepared if they try and push in.
I think the CT side have really expected this.
Slowly trying to inch further forwards.
They've got BCG, Fresh, and Botley all on site.
The other two are quite far away for a rotate. It seems they're not too close. So a fast play may work if they get picks.
Oh no! Instantly gets shut down. So the first gun round goes the way of York. That is what we like to see. BCG managed to save an 8K. The AWP stays up. Only person who has to reinvest is Botley.
They're still up time.
The Lancaster side, like you said, slowed by from those first 3 rounds. The Mac then getting those 2 kills in the 3rd round really building up the back.
So only 5 angles, but you can see that BCG has 5 balance. So they're very long night, they can go reset.
If CTs do lose this round, they will be reset. But again, 3 on B. They've really stacked this B side. They must know what Lancaster like to do. And it seems that they keep running into this stack of the B side. Kobe Bryant from Fresh with the dunk. But Fresh is very low. Wasn't going to win that duel.
So 3 on 1 with toes, all left in.
Famas got getting a 2K, but immediately getting taken out.
He knows what the AWP is.
Tags him down to 37 HP.
He's still unsure about the last guy. He doesn't want to commit.
They keep unnecessarily peeking right here. So 2v1, no need to peek. Wait until he plants the bomb. You've got an M4 in heaven, or smoke, incendiary, and a flash on the 2 players alive and a kit. So there is literally no need for what they're doing right here. So
He's got time to work with though. One of them might have to rotate away.
he does have the time here.
They might stay together, just for security reasons.
I think he might have left it a bit too long. But they've sorted out there.
Great shot from Ransky there.
Sorted out. Stopped constantly peeking one by one, play it together, just hold angles. There's no need to peek. If they needed to, they could have took a retake in the 2v1 situation, but I don't think they wanted to get into that situation. But once again, the money is an issue for the CT side. Botley having to buy a UMP, maybe that's to farm a bit of
Yeah,
cash.
it's fully anti-eco, because they still have quite a few money on a few other players.
See, on anti-egos like this, even though the UMP is an incredible gun nowadays, it really is. I would be against having the UMP in the CQ because if he does die to these rushing tech 9s and PT50s, that UMP can still do considerable damage to these armed opponents. But DCG is going to get caught with smoke in his hand, but easy recovery. Doesn't take down by Enigma.
Taking the side, they might get a plant here, which is.
They are going to get a plant down from Oak, unless that wall back. And Fresh just get there up, so
They got the plant though, and that's the win in the eco round, really.
plant is important. Can we just see their money really quick?
$800 for a plant.
So yeah, we've got round about £2,000 going up to 5,000. They're going to have enough for armor, AK.
And they have enough to buy an ultra desire as well on the T side because of that plant.
I don't really know what
Doing it.
they're just going to go run down with those 5 AKs.
It's additional A's, like they will have them all these different desire. So this is
Sacrificing that AWP in order to be able to get an A's, do a take, like isolate players in order to take games or something. Going into character is going to be challenged, right? Rascal with that AWP.
almost
Does,
impossible.
yeah,
Good pick.
almost that. they're just going to ignore him. They're just going to run straight out monster. They know there's a possibility that there could have been there someone to trade, so they don't want to risk losing another man, pressuring him. So that is
Almost go solo there. It's very risky, yeah. So they probably thought this would have backup.
PC boosting up on sandbags to get the BCD hit from heaven. That is a shot that I haven't seen.
That's a very good take.
Fresh gonna Molotov him out, which means more time is whittled down. But Botley burns to death. 1G.
Flash and the molly there, it's very effective.
Yes. 1G's in the chat, please. 3v3, 2 M4s and a Hawk up on the CT side. 3 AKs down to 3v2. 3v1. And I think at this point, he's going to go for it. Or will he just try and save this?
It's unlikely. I found it surprising even though they saw the bomb, his rotation was, he didn't rotate very quickly at all. He was staying A long. So maybe he's worried about a flank or something.
Possibly. I was going to say now, he could be caught out here. He's going to be.
I think he's definitely more taking about the hands.
He will hear those sets that are running long, so he will try and kick him off.
He didn't hear, but firing now gives it off. Amazing.
And finally gets taken off.
And that's a ball straight into Langston's hands right now.
Without him taking investment. So he can start building up his money again. Doesn't have to reinvest this round.
You're allocating the money there. It's
Rascal can drop a few pistols, but no, he's going to take that all.
It wasted a few precious seconds at the start. This could be punished with a rush, but I don't think the Langston are going for that, so it should be okay.
Whiff made by Oak. Fresh has just fine for information here. He's going to see those two players in water. 3 now. But if they just stay on site, these upgraded pistols, these 5.7s can do a lot of damage in this lovely game we call Counter-Strike, where a $500
if it's a
pistol.
close range that Fresh is taking, it's going to do a lot of damage, especially if they run too short.
They do have a lot of nades on the CT side. This is something I've noticed. They have been able to save the nades.
This is the flank which Rascal was worried about last time going around.
I don't know, has he been doing this often? Is that why he was suspecting it? I haven't seen him doing it. Fresh gets side out, so he's going to have to move. Does take down Oak to 24 HP. But BCG going to lose a scout. A team kill coming out, which has really turned the tides here. 2v1, tops on site, bomb has been planted, so the CTs need to go fast.
He doesn't have a molly or anything to go, just the smoke and 2 flashes.
Smoke and 2 flashes, but Rascal does have the kit as well. And yeah, 4-4 in the first map.
That was very good take from Langston on the site anyway. I think they saw a 5-7 and they tried to fight along the range. So the people from Monster started facing rather than short.
Exactly.
Try and just show those weaknesses, those upgraded pistols.
However, that team kill coming out from the Lancaster side really opened up the site for them. As you saw, the team kill has really put them in a hard place now, having to have a D-Wheel and a Tech 9 coming into this round, whereas the York side are going to have a full buy, UMP on Botley to try and farm a bit of cash.
They still want to tie, keep the pressure, keep the advantage really close.
Yeah.
And then Eagle will hit, kill fully ball players.
Exactly. It's been very back and forth, but Fresh could have got
He's the Eagle, just as mentioned.
That was a all-bang headshot right there from QPC. But again, this is just silly mistakes coming out from York side, bringing it down to a 2v3.
Two teams are very low HP. This is doable if they know about this.
I think Sinan, he's got an idea and he gets the kill. Gonna smoke the bomb. So I think I'm gonna go for this. Yeah, he gets him. Does he have time though?
I think he does.
I think he's just got time. Just got time. Very well done by the York side.
Speed round is very good reason for the CTs there. Using the HP teams went for it 2v3. extremely good.
Going to drop out that Orc Rascal. They really do understand that on the map like this, that Orc is going to be very important in swaying the tides.
Just getting that information, getting that quick pick off, putting the pressure right onto the keys early on.
Let's see if QBC can get another disgusting.
Oh, he
He
loses
just
the
gets
ball.
ran down. Just gets ran down by the pistols. See if QBC though can do a few more Nico-esque deagle.
Training for one, this isn't ideal.
This isn't ideal for the CG sides at all. BCG is going to try lock down the A side. With the, oh!
Amazing headshots there from BCG.
BCG, are you kidding me?
Gets it back to Rascal.
Does get it back for us for next round.
It was an effective eco from
Handing it
Langston.
over to. They've really gone back and forth on these rounds. It just seems to me that the economy for both sides just doesn't seem to want to settle itself out. No one seems to be willing to. No one seems to be able to string rounds together.
Even the eco rounds, they're getting stuff done.
It can't keep flowing things. Big shot there by Rascal though. Standard 3v setup. Even though the CGs have been playing 3v for the majority of this game, even though this round they are looking to take toilets control, they have gone onto that B side quite often. Which I believe, which states to what we said at the beginning of the game, that these two know each other very well. These two teams know each other very well. So York know their habits and what they were going to do. That's kind of the pick onto long.
And now he sees, I think he saw one there. They know it's going to be in English, I think now.
Hope gets spun out in toilets as well. The rotations start coming from B. So hopefully they can lock this down. And Oak gets taken down to 27 and then gets taken down to 0.
It's a very good ace hold there. They just didn't want him to make any progress at all. Kind of surprising, like QPC was holding full nades the whole time. Maybe like an extra smoke somewhere. Just
Extra smoke or a Molotov.
Yes.
Just to, and we've got a pause coming out here from the University of York side. I'm not sure what it's for.
These tactical pause. Sure. We'll see.
I believe she's just let the Lancashire side know what the pause command is. But during this break, I guess we'll let the people at home watching for the Roses tournament, I believe the negative has been banned.
I think they're discussing themselves and they're not going to purchase the door.
It's not necessarily in the rules that it's banned. I believe that the teams have discussed, like you said, between themselves, they've understood that it's a very silly gun, silly people, they shouldn't be in the game.
It's so bizarre. It's like it's something different at least, which they're trying to do, but it doesn't seem like it fits in with the rest of the game. Having to
Say
really
they-
position.
They say they're trying to make every gun viable, but they've made that gun to the point where if you're holding, say for example, B tunnel from Dust 2, I'm going to use Dust 2 for snow just because it's a map that most people know, and you smoke it and it just spams the smoke, that is going to stop any rush that's ever going to come out of the team. So even though they're trying to make it viable, it seems like they've gone too far.
I mean, there are still ways to counter it. It's just, I think it's just a framing concept which is going to be met with a bit of negativity and changing things a little bit. But I mean, as we said, it's not exactly the best gun in it, so unsure whether it would have been purchased anyway. Yeah, I think they've agreed themselves just not to bother with it.
It's just like a 5-man short rush here.
Armor Tech 9,
Straight up brute strength. BCG is not going to spend this. They didn't pay his hand. They're literally just running through this Molotov and getting work done at the same time.
well, they just didn't. They just hold the bomb, pushed all the way through though, so that's going to delay the bomb plant.
Nicholas picked a bomb and he's going to keep running and drop it again. They're running all the way to A.
He's going for a mine play there, like.
So they rush
He
B.
wasn't expecting the people to be rushing through there, but they're both very low speed because of that.
And they rush through the Molotov as well. So it kind of seems, why rush through the Molotov, take all those angels, win the site, and then want to do that?
I think the bomb was already so far from the side. They thought that maybe let's just keep running them. Let's just start idea of just keep going forwards.
Plus, they would have expected Rascal to be rotating.
Raskia doesn't want to contest this at all. Maybe they don't know about the low HP.
I don't think he
Probably
does.
because the Molly Rush, they don't know how much damage was taken at all.
I don't think the CT's money is in disarray at this point.
If you could hold tab down, you could see the money.
No, it's a good place fresh from $7,000, and he's going to get an add-on to that. I think mostly really needs to be dropped out with Barkley, which is easy enough to do from fresh. So,
That's a good round to win there, stopping the momentum from the CTs gaining there. They chained 4 rounds together there, and then completely halted now. And it's back to a UMP on Matt Botley now. So the economy is, it's not, there's no just like easy rebuys here.
I think he was dropped that UMP in order for him to get the maze and the kit.
This nade's so important at the high level. Can't do without.
Like you see here, Pascal with a pick. Very nice. It's constantly pushing that connector, he really likes it. And they don't seem to be trying to counter him, but the nades and Molotovs thrown in to stop him from having free reign over this connector area.
I mean, they punished him once with a 5-man rush there, so maybe they were hoping that would dissuade him from it, but
Just kept
no
going for
fear
it.
and just go straight into it again.
See, this is something very odd that I've seen here. BCG with head armor. As you know, either with head armor or without head armor, AK is one shot. So I don't know whether he thought they might have been on eco here and have only upgraded pistols, but the head armor, unless he had it from last, well, he didn't have it last time because he died. So that is a waste of a bit of money that he could have saved if they, unless he did.
It's a 3-on situation here, it's 3-on-1, all to do with Tobes.
Tobes does have on planted for him though.
He misses
He's going to face and allow him to.
Another reason for buying a head armor, I think, is the reason like it's an investment. Even if they win this round, and he's forced to equal again, he'd have to rebuy the whole armor.
Yeah, true.
So it's trying to just sort of prepare for the
fusion.
next round sort of thing.
It's a very nice sapphire knife he's got there. Potato shaking his head, saying no.
It's armor pistol, most likely going to be another rush from Baxter. Just trying quickly, probably onto B side again, has been moderately effective.
Let's see if they're going to punish the T's from being out of place again like they did on the other round.
3 on site here, waiting for this.
Once again, not ready. He had an engine out there to switch to his AK. Even with these eco rounds, they've only got decent AKs.
Right there.
They've got Deagles and Tech 9s, but York just, I don't know how many times they've done it now, but they just don't seem to understand that they're not going to give you the privilege of setting up. They're not going to give you the privilege of allowing you to put your smoke or your Molotov down. So you need to be ready.
They've done it repeatedly, especially on the armor pistol rounds, but they should know from the money. Toes left again. You know,
Bomb is planted for him, however, again, but still he's going to take him down with 24 HP. One shot would have done it there.
Extremely close, yeah. Pushing down to 1v1.
So,
They managed to take this time, but it cost them a lot.
last round and a half now. T's are going to buy it fully. Orb goes out. 2 Orbs go out to the T side. This is a very odd style that I'm seeing
I don't
here.
think they're going to rush this round.
It seems last round and a half they want to try and get a 9-6 half, gives them a good. It is a CT sided map, just as you said. 6 rounds on the T side is respectable. So they want to give themselves a little bit of a.
Definitely winnable still for this situation.
Want to give them a little bit of a stepping stone going into the easier T side. So. Who's coming out? Is he going to stop the leg? Does spot it.
Still losing.
Doesn't get it though. That was a very, very nice beat. That was. But it just seems like the T side is just going to group up now, head towards B. They know they're going to have to be split 2-2. B side is much more easy to take.
And then push along A, this will give you information that they're not anywhere around the A.
This has given a lot of information to the CTs, but the CT has yet to rotate it from toilets. See what this double orb can do, push down to B side, it's much more compact, unless they can busts out lots still with his AKs, and Oak gets Botley. 4-on-2, and that's the end of the half. 96.5, like you said. Really just gives them a good stepping stone going into the next half to play the easier side, easier CT side.
It's still like anyone knows. It's not. It's just the rounds, the 4 rounds is the largest sort of chain to get together. It's been very back and forth with not many just complete stomp rounds.
True.
It makes me exciting gameplay, so it's good.
So, Rascot up in the CG side, 16 kills.
There's aggressive, which is
Definitely paid off for their connector.
he got punished once, I think.
The
But
least amount of effort as well on the serve. That just proves how much free reign Lancaster gave him. And they never seem to push him down or get up in his face. They allowed him to just be free around the map and do what he wanted. However, switching sides now. York going to be on the T side, Lancaster over on the CT side. Get to see a bit of aggressive play come out of York side instead of watching them be a bit passive, and vice versa.
I'm wondering if Rascal will go for the T side or
That is an interesting.
because the T side, not all is essential T side. Like 5 is completely fine, but getting that early pick off with that always puts the pressure on the CTs immensely, putting down to 5v4 early on.
Well, we saw on the CT side the York people had a bit of communication errors, people running onto site, they started nades in their hands, so I wonder what their T side is going to be like, where communication is going to be
Interesting
key.
about Oak, he's got a incendiary first round, so he really wants to stop getting rushes going through.
I believe
He's
he's
just
just
false info there. He thinks A side, nothing's happening around here.
but they all 4 players with Pom grouped up in the playground area, pushing onto long to the mid, with Synonym going on to the B side, just taking duels. Let's get a kill to Oak.
Speaking of most of a lot of CT rotations, no, they didn't buy it.
No, they didn't buy it. 3 have now rotated onto the A side and see if they can lock this down. Ollie taken out, Enigma taking out the BCG.
It's a quick calm down. It's a good start.
Quick plan. Planting is always good. These sorts of situations puts a ton of pressure on the CDs.
Rascal left alone on this. There is no kit, so it's going to be 10 seconds.
And Bomb is planned for him. He can just hide and wait and allow himself to get peeks. He takes out QPC as well. It's just Tobbs, Tobes and Rascal in a 1v1, and time is ticking away fast for Tobes. He is gonna.
Does he have time?
He is gonna take out Rascal. He doesn't have a kit. Does he have time? No. He's just running, shaking his head.
Plays for 10 seconds. Warning.
Yeah, it does. Shaking his head.
Has to run away.
Running away with his knife.
He's getting left in a lot of these clutch attack situations.
He left in the no like 1vx situations.
At that time, he gets the kills, but no defuse to get on the first round.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some difficulty there.
I don't know whether that extended is a good investment.
And you can see that Enigma buying a defuse kit round 2.
Straight away.
He's learning that mistake already.
Maybe that incendiary was a bit of an error there. Should have used that money to have bought a kit.
Another Galil purchase.
Another good one, this time on the T side.
Fresh is going to be a fresh rush, it seems.
Just SMG Monster Rush. QBC gets annihilated. Oak gets 2 though. It's really.
Oh, he misses Enigma misses an opportunity there.
Misses the opportunity to
flank.
He does stop the plan though. Plan has now gone down.
Oh, grenade in his hand.
Blondie gets caught out again. Amazing sound. Seems to be a running theme.
It's always
with
the
this
issue
Roses.
in CSGO.
Tobes.
Whenever you pull out a nade, the enemy appears.
Exactly. Tobes again. In a 1v2. Does get one of the kills, but takes out by Fresh. So, there's going to be a full save now from Lancaster. They don't have enough to risk buying here. As it normally happens, you lose pistol, fall by the next round, see if you can counter the back instead of the G's with Rico. This round's just a full buy. Discuss what you're going to do in the next round. We're going to have guns, utility, kit, armour, everything. And as you see, the 2 Mac 10s coming out, they know it's going to be an ego. Want to farm a bit of cash going into the rest of the game. Want to try and shut this one out quickly by having a good economy.
It seems like they're just going to completely miss each other. Just an easy plant, leave no contest at all.
Passing boats in the wind, just cross each other. They go long.
So I mean, speaking of the next rounds, I mean, these rounds are going to get extremely close. I think if people like Toads just, can make a few of those 1vx situations work, it's going to shift the momentum dramatically into their favour.
Incredibly shift the momentum. Like, I don't think I can count the amount of 1vx situations that Lancaster and York have both been in. And if either one of them goes the other way, this entire game is flipping itself, and this could turn into a very close game.
CT's going to fall by this now, but they don't have a play for an AWP, so we won't see if Ex-Amaryllis is going to go for this time.
There's that smoke. That's going to bounce off the. That smoke, I believe, bounce off the train and smoke off either water or monster. I can't remember which one it is. I believe it's the monster one. But as you saw it, they have elected to.
Much information there with the one.
They are training well though, but they've already went down to 3v3.
It's 3v3, but I mean, Fresh is heavily tagged.
Fresh with 7 HP, I don't see doing much.
The flanks bit coming in from behind too, toilets now.
They did elect to buy M4s this round of CTs, but they were willing to skip on economy. This is one of the things that I've noticed.
Showing back right there.
I believe QPC just saw the gun barrel. They don't know where Rascalot is though. Bomb is planted for toilets. He's going to peek out prematurely.
Great opening with that headshot. Secure round.
They're going to save AKs, M4, Molotov and Flash. Both have armor.
It seemed like quite an odd decision really to do when fully bought, just to rush the team to twins. And like Oak had all the information straight away, like 5 men. So the flank coming through connector was extremely quick because they heard all those
They
straight
had all the information. It's a very ballsy play. I mean, it's cost them. They now have the T's now have quite bad economy. Rascal has pulled that off. He's down to $0 now going into the next round.
Synonym is short on nades as well. Only one smoke for his name. Exactly. Ex-Amaryllis is aggressive peeking, but
Cinnamon.
T's already in B side.
All down B, and Rascal gets Kobe'd on. So 2 Kobe's now. One from each side.
So smoked out now. He's in control of the site.
Toast spams for the smoke. There's no.
He jumped into the sandbags, you can see it actually.
But there's never any support. You can't just smoke it off and expect somebody to respect that it's a smoke. It's a smoke, it's not a wall.
They knew it was different with grenades as well. So
I believe so.
no one watched it at all. It's an odd choice. And Bong not even advantage yet. It's a very different situation here. Whenever he tries to plant, they're going to peek him, pressure him.
Bomb not planted, out in the open. Fresh just have full nade set, smoke off. Short again if they want to go for another round.
He's just waiting for the bomb sound. You can see it's not even peeking currently.
Bomb planter is going down there.
Trying to bait out reaction.
BCG gets the kill on to short though. Bomb hasn't gone down still. But BCG left here 1v3, 12 HP. This doesn't seem doable unless he pulls off some screen like multi-taps with the enemy stickers. But no. Toad's going to take him out. 12-8 going into the 21st round of the first map.
Didn't get a pick up an AK though on the CT side, so they're still stuck on the M4s. Not as good as the AKs, but they're still doing a great job.
T side now on a 4-5 eco.
Smoke to monster again, try and prevent the rushes, but York don't even seem to be going that direction, going mainly connector.
Looks like they're just going to try and brute force it onto a through connector. They're going to hear that. You see the fast rotate through water into connector.
Esperis gets the info, tries to run away, he might get caught here. He knows.
He knows. Does it get tied down to... Did it get tied down to 41 HP?
At least he got the trade.
Get the trade.
Got a lot of information there.
Toads and Oak clearing up these last remaining T players with their upgraded pistols.
Might have a plant here though, not many on B sides. Fresh and get their foot.
BCG can... If only BCG had been able to sneak it behind him and get the kill down.
If he gets his pick up, he will get the plant. Only a lot
It's not though, on burst. Sadly that isn't going to work for him. 12-9 going to 22nd round, sorry. But now the AKs come back out for the T side. going to really see what they can do here.
Not full maze, but still nearly everything we wanted. So they should be able to pull off any excuse they desire.
That's the thing, you say excuse. I haven't really seen any excuse yet. They kind of just. I get the feeling that first map, best of 3, it's kind of seeing what people's skill level are like. They might not play each other for a long time, since Neil, for example. So it's kind of just
Testing the water.
testing the water, trying to give them no respect, don't allow them to have a setup.
Just getting the hair side.
Getting the hair side. It's been on both sides as well, they just push the majority of the time.
Last time Team Sport, they just 5-man challenge toilets. So anything can happen.
Experts are constantly staying on that guardian spot, trying to get people coming out of the toilet. Oak's gonna hear them. Oak's gonna hear them moving.
They went the wrong way.
Yeah, he's gonna catch out one
Finds the
though.
bomb.
It's very impressive that. And
3K this round, though. Very
it's
good.
been very poor from the D side. There, like I said earlier, being 1v1, not helping his team. They should have just stopped, calmed down, grouped back together, taken control of somewhere, like toilets, for example. Just needed to group up and go together.
They're not completely out of the round yet, but it's going to be very difficult to get to a site now.
Oak does get taken down. Ace denied. What did have a 3k? Smoke here. He's going to smoke front side, so they'll be able to move up towards the side without the risk of somebody peeking him. They're just going to run towards me.
To get another pick, it's 2-on-2 now.
2, and they're going to get a man down. Put the time pressure on the CT side.
There is a smoke on toes, so if desperation calls, the ninja can always come out.
Yeah, Ace is secondary out from the BCG. But he does have 6 HP now.
Right, now throws it.
Does have armor. The defuse is going to come out from toes.
Spirit of that full side of T-side. Eco. I'm not sure what their economy is like. It's going to be. They'll probably still buy, I think.
I think they.
In
Nowadays,
we'll have to see.
it looks like it's going to be Tech 9. Yeah, Tech 9 armor.
Ace just-
Ace and a few of them.
It's probably going to be a good play for the nades, trying to get that extra money for the next round. Maybe if you can grab a couple of guns.
Explorers is expecting a party peak right there. No one's going to give him the benefit of giving him an easy kill. But Oak,
Chooses to face 5 there. And just gets destroyed.
that seems very counterintuitive. Hear low footsteps, get all that information. Why face? Full back with the team, earthway side.
They're one side currently pushed through now, it's bang.
This
Rascal's
is
hiding in the smoke
Rascal.
there.
Is he going to realise toes?
He's going to go down.
He's going to take out. But he comes out the smoke and gets taken out. 1v3. It's been a good eco for the D side. Taken out a few expensive guns. It'll be nice.
The bomb is left on the side.
It'd be nice for him to get that orb away. Really impactful economy seekers. I don't think so. Enigma's got an idea now. Enigma's got an idea though. That's smoke.
I think, I'm not sure how Simmons' money is, but I'm not sure if he wants to try and just save 10-9 armor. Doesn't seem worth it really. He's gonna attempt this most likely.
That's
He makes noise falling down and just.
Enigma apparently hits those.
Cities are starting to build up quite a bit of an economy now. They've all got 4,000 around an average, a bit less now. They're starting to build up. Another round is going to be very difficult to break up.
Yes. X-Price was around 6,000, so even if he dies this round, he'll be able to rebuy that orb and armor.
Which is a bit fresh with the orb this time, not Rascians. Maybe T-side, just fades fresh a bit more.
Possibly. Very on play. I personally have never actually seen Fresh. But we'll see what you can do. Might see if we can Kenny S or Smith.
Maybe Rascal just not feeling the last few rounds. Just wants to see someone else can go. Different player, different angles they'll take. It's hard to predict.
going for a default here, trying to take map control. They've boosted onto short. See if they can get a pick off. They decide not to. They don't want to risk that. I believe that's Enigma spam through the woods, trying to deter any T's from boosting up to look into B side.
It looks like they're aiming to do a B side. The bomb's heading around that direction. They still got time to move around if they decide.
Got two in water, one in monster. A third's going to join them in water. Looks like a standard B split. Three coming out of short.
Enigma is prepared. He's already on. There's three on the B side already.
Hopes is turning around there for some reason. That could have cost him.
He's taking 3 quick kills to the site. Bomb down. I'm not sure they'll attempt to retake him. Doesn't look like it. They're already running away. Just trying to save the orb and the rifle they have.
Yeah. They don't want to risk giving them that orb, which is a big.
Not sure if they're gonna chase them.
He's gonna get caught out by Crash
With the flank.
with this orb. They don't want him to go down either. It's a nice shot onto Oak, and he legs this fast, takes around the block.
That's very damaging.
It's very damaging to the CT economy. He's now going to have to rebuy that orb. They're all going to have to rebuy armor and nades. Looks like
Oak is going to be short on nades no matter what.
looks like they're just going to opt to not get a orb at all. Topes is actually staying with a 5-7.
I'm not sure. I assume that's a money issue.
I believe so. It looks like he's just going to
Pushes through.
push through. He does get two
headshots.
quick kills, very quick.
Yes, he gets the rifle, manages to back out safely.
Managed to get an AK for his team. Oak gets traded out by Botley in a 3v4 situation here. CT still has the advantage. They can split 2-2 on the sides. But the T side are nowhere near out of this yet. 3 kits on the CT side. So
Let's push back into it's not short. I can't recall that area, but Toast has managed to push through. So he knows there's no area around B. It's like, oh, it's not Toast. My bad. My mistake. It's QPC. That's the one who's pushed through. So maybe they're a bit less worried about B side push. So they might be expecting us already.
Nick was going to jump spot here for a long push.
I'm already thinking about it.
He's going to spot them out in a few seconds. Spots them there, sees them on the minimap as well, and they spot him. He's just gonna.
There's no nades to delay this though, they can run right through.
But he's gonna give the information to his team. Rotate coming up. ECG gonna take a pick though. But Enigma spams fresh in the smoke. Blocking trades.
Oh, great.
Double kill by Toad there. 4K for Toad there. Starting with 5-7.
That's the kind of setting for Tobes there, definitely.
Starting with a 5-7, ending with 4K and an AK to his name.
Amazing round.
It's a brilliant round from Toads there.
It's getting extremely close here. 13-12 current into your
Tech 9 for Astronauts, maybe you can do what Toads did. Tech 9 and 5-7.
maps. Both sides just buying just every round. They're not just trying to keep pressure on no matter what. Toes pushes through. This
Astronauts
time
takes out Toads. Astronauts gets the AK.
back. Doesn't work twice.
Maybe he wants his toy back. Sad that somebody took it from him and he decides to take it back. T's now have a major advantage, even though the rest started down to 13 HP.
It's another man with a gun.
Yes. It's another man with the ground, and now the CTs have to spread two on the sides, meaning that if they want to, the T's can 5-man push against the 2 men. I think we're going to be jump spotting there, I believe, to see if they can see any more monster.
Langston currently trying to bank on the B side, it seems, with 3 of them holding that. They may be proven correct, as the bomb is just outside Monster.
Enigma, however, is going to be rotating off. No, he's not. Going to heaven. No, rotating off.
Sure. York waited the right amount of time.
He's very unsure. He keeps going back and forth, but now they're going to have the
Unlike the rest of
they're going to have the raid.
put the spray down.
Spray on online as well. But they're going to have the raid now. boost here from Enigma.
Might be able to get a couple of picks.
See if we can pick some out. BCG low on HP.
I actually see him downhill move from that position now.
They're all set up in very good aftermath plan positions here to trade on each other.
Seems like they're attempting to defuse.
They're all in good position to trade with each other. See the bomb in the aftermath position, so
They're
CC's
trying to
just
take
gonna,
now.
CC's just going to run away and save.
The economy is 400 gold in PPC. It's going to be very tough now. Next round.
Going to these next few rounds, the economy is going to be crucial to decide who's going to win this game.
ECG gets picked up by the bomb. Maybe not the best guy to be watching at last second.
However, Botley does have enough money to be able to buy full layers and still drop over an AK if he decides to.
It shouldn't affect too much, but it's unnecessary death.
Yeah.
And there's another force buy from Lancer that they don't want to get it in the 15th round.
They don't.
They just want to try and get it toes in 5-7 again.
Again, see if he can rework his magic.
Call with an 8 out.
He starts off well again.
Toes in 5-7 there.
But Oak getting up with a nice skill. But Botley's there to trade.
It's force to 3, but no one's on the A side.
A side's completely open.
It's going to be a good advantage unless they're afraid.
They've put the smoke down, they've got the Molotov.
Toes already toes though, that's where the T's want to stand. Toes kind of fun.
Toby with 2 HP though. Going to the thrust.
Break lining with that 4v2 now.
Fresh, trying to get a double spray down. And they're already, 2 of them are already on site.
It's going to round now, T's.
Very low HP. Fresh now with low HP.
BBC has T's still on him, but he's the one trying to get the kill currently.
Enigma though is sticking it with his 20 HP. And there we go, BBC gets the kill. Defuse will go in. 14-13 going into these last few rounds. These tight rounds. It's going to be decided by who punches the most, really.
Toes with 5-7 there is getting that first pick, giving the AKs. Extremely good make right now.
It just shouldn't really happen.
Shouldn't happen, but yeah, get caught with an 8 out of your hands, down to 30 HP is unfortunate. Thanks to going for this boost. They haven't been doing this very often, so it might
I know he is blind, but he didn't duck and they just
he gets the information that he sees the push on short with them.
Fresh on the Tech 9, choosing to take a full laser. But these last few rounds, whoever can string together some good plays, some good teamwork, and be able to keep their economy in a manageable position.
Along might make a call with the playgrounds. It's Gorillas getting a lot of information yet.
He could get caught out here by Rotley though.
Gorillas gets the better of him right there.
He does get tagged down to 19 HP though, so he's just going to fall back, not take the risk of there possibly being more there to get him. What is this? What is this?
It's very. I have never seen this before, and I'm not sure which area this is meant to be looking at.
Raskalmeister. What's this? Is it just a different way of boosting to look into B? I don't even think they know what it's for.
I don't think it's working how they intended there.
I think it might have been a heaven boost if someone was standing in open on heaven.
Throwing smokes for the execute now.
Throwing the bridge smoke and front side smoke. Enigma is going to jump up though to see if he can get them. Just get the wall banking off the fresh.
Big off, managed to pull back.
Traded by the BCG though. Plant's going to go down.
2v3 situation. All players have cases this time, so no 10-second defuse. And
14-14.
2 quick headshots, and yeah, 14-14. It's going to be extremely close this game.
This has gone to the wire. It's gone
Overtime
to
for
the wire.
game 1, maybe?
Oh. That was it.
Start she's gone.
Gone to the wire. Look. Paul's coming out from the T side. They've lost 2 rounds of the row now. Well, then calm down, take a breather. Their money's in a bad place. We need to understand what they want to do. They need to either take an eco, allow Lancaster to get that 15th round, and then buy a next round with full ace, 42, everything.
It's quite likely they'll probably do armor pistol, maybe, and then buy AKs in the last round. But I'm not sure if have the points about the stage as well. So they may purchase less this round. You see armor being purchased, one armor type 9 right there. There's 3 AKs on the CT side now. I managed to pick all of those up. They decided no all. I'm not sure if they even could have afforded
I don't think they could have afforded it, the money situation that they've got. No, they couldn't have.
I think Explorer just bought his M4. She's 82 of the M4. Maybe expecting a rush like this round, maybe an all wouldn't be the best thing to have.
As you saw after that start, you just kind of got run down when they're on the full fire with pistols. So this round decided who's going to get map point. Got our spectator here drawing us a little painting. Come on, Zane, draw us a painting. It's a building. It's an apartment. It's SpongeBob SquarePants.
Smiley face.
It's SpongeBob!
Entertainment right here. What about anything like this in Twitch?
Play I Spy.
All the teams just staying on the 2,000 marks, so we're going to have that full buy next round. This round's expected loss for them. If they get a plant, that'll be amazing. They'll be able to buy the mollies, the flashes, everything they desire. If they don't get the plant, they might be a little lighter on nades.
Just looks like a straight up B push right here. Very classic. But 3 people going on to the B side. QPC can get caught out here. He does. Toes.
Very aggressive.
Trades are going towards the CTs here. Oh, sorry, the Ts.
I think he's going to play big here.
Enigma with 2 beautiful headshots. Runs out of ammo when it comes down to Fresh though. Fresh is going to pick up that AK.
It's a great issue now.
It's going to be taken out. Lancaster get that 15th round. Bit of BM there. A little bit of BM. But map point here for Lancaster. So all the AKs come up for the York side. This is it. Overtime on nothing for the York team right here.
He's managed to fully battle the AKs there. I mean, ECG's missing a few nades, but it shouldn't be too big a thing. They've got everything they need.
Place your bets. Overtime? I'm hoping for a bit of overtime.
With a good initial pick there, gets traded off though by Fresh. There's a push on A long there, which might be a bit of information there. He's falling back.
They always seem to be allowed to give the Lancaster side this long control. I don't think they push long.
They don't prioritize that at all. They push it a little later on sometimes. If they think they fade to B a little bit. Yeah. But now it's just
They've thrown all these smokes into A, faked it, and now they're on B. 3 or 4 man just running out.
One coming in for B side now.
Has gone down though, putting that time pressure onto the CT side. PCG with a quick headshot onto QPC.
He gets caught with a nade out.
Enigma caught with a nade out. This is going to overtime.
Nice, Barillas is 1v2. It's doable. He has a fuse kit. Has a smoke.
He spots out the PCG. He knows where Fresh is as well. He just has to take a fight in, but they're not going to give him the privilege. They've got the situation. They know what they're doing. This is going to overtime.
Out, but they can just push through.
It's going to overtime, ladies and gentlemen. 15-15 in the first game of Roses 2017.
That is what this is game 1. Overtime.
Very incredible. Both Enigma and Rasclart top rank in their teams. Same amount of kills. Experience, however, no, you're right, 28 kills at this point. But it's been a very, very close game.
In the T-set was quite low scores, so he managed to get an announcement.
Managed to pick himself up with those 5-7s.
5-7 kills there. I mean, they're changing those rounds right there with Force the armor pistol.
Yeah. Very back and forth. Let's see if then overtime they actually start to get a hang of their economy and start doing takes. Like we said earlier, this might have just been getting their heads on the better man kind of thing.
It was
so
very CT's always been getting very aggressively. I think both sides have been pushing forwards looking at those things there. And it's getting punished a lot. Maybe in overtime, it'd be a bit more passive play here.
a bit more passive, a bit more team based.
As every round here really counts.
As you know, MR won $10,000. 6 rounds, you'll get 4 to win.
Toads to the all. This time it's switching everything now. Okay.
He hasn't bought full nades though, even though he would have had enough to do that.
Maybe he's not. I don't understand that.
I'm not quite sure about that.
Surely has a reason.
But 5 AK's going out for the T side, full nades. Like we said, MR1, they got $10,000 to spend on whatever their heart's desires.
And they push it straight away to a long. They might discriminate their side here.
Oak could have heard that. I'm not too sure why his team are taking so long to rotate.
I don't really think the teams would just run straight in like that. That's
Possibly plans that Oak gets out fresh. Ollie, I believe he's a foul bet there, yes. He's hiding. He's one with the grass. He's a grass type.
the CTs know they're all there.
Nice cleanup by Rastar though.
And 4 that comes alive as well. So there's
There's
going to be no risk of money issues for T's, definitely.
going into that last round of the first extra overtime.
If the CTs lose this one though, the money's going to
Especially if they bought North Orb again. So Enigma, the lowest, going down with that 150.
changing player every time.
You changed all this Orb. I'm not too sure why. When we saw him on CT side, it was Express picking up the Orb every round. But now he's been gone to Toes, Enigma. I'm pretty sure Oak pick it up one round.
It seems very odd choice to be switching up, especially in overtime.
Where you want to, you want to be consistent. You want to get some structure. But
Express pushed up with Alon. I think he would have heard this footsteps.
Oak would have heard these as well. Would expect this though.
Oh, and
Team kill from Cinnamon onto Botley.
Cinnamon trades for himself.
Flashbacks to the Mule live game where they knifed their own team on the exact same map.
Express gets a good kill on Alon there.
It's down to a 3v4. And Express.
2 great kills from Express there. Getting behind them, causing a lot of sort of disarray there. They've tried to push to connect now to be great flash coming in.
And Rastar with a nice shot onto QPC, but Tobes again. They don't seem to be. The communication seems to be slightly off with the team. And Enigma will pick it up with that wall. So.
They wanted to. They didn't have too much rush time. They could have waited.
They could have waited. They could have communicated a bit more. Like we said at the start of last round, the T side, no worry about money here. They've got loads of money going into this last round of the first half of overtime.
CTs are
The
actually.
CTs, because they won that round, they've done well, and they managed to save the orbs, so there's no need for reinvest on that.
Staying with the orb this time.
This boost coming out again through QPC. He's going to see all 3.
So much information there.
He's
Great,
great.
instantly thrown.
He's gave them so much information. They push through the connector. The T's are caught in a box right here. They just have to push out, but they're taking the fights and winning.
Got the bomb bar down straight away. That's going to put a lot of pressure on CTs.
They took the fights. They've been willing to take the fights, and they have come out on top.
Express is a long way away. Taking the long flank all the way around.
One of them's still on A side.
Expert is now getting behind going to the monster. It's a 4v1. All to BCG. He doesn't stop the danger.
He does get the kill. He gets the kill. Down to the tech line.
But they can't find the
They can't
bomb.
find the bomb. They can't find the bomb. No. And that is a steal of a round for York right there.
Oh, that is.
What is this? Question marks from Rascar. That's gonna hurt. I've never seen this now. There's been 8 errors, people getting called names out. But that is. Should be able to get sound. His teammate was just using the bomb. The teammate killed the bomb. So, York will get this lead going into the second half of overtime. Needs to win 2 rounds. York will go out on top. York will take CT side, which is more advantageous position. But they did struggle on the CT side with those full spot rushes. Rascal getting caught out of the connector, like we said. They just seem to be happy to just run and gun, rank S style kind of thing.
We shall see how Lancaster go with. Just hope it doesn't get in their heads. Losing that round could be crushing.
I hope they don't tilt too much on that. It'll be very sad to see this one end because the Lancaster team maybe let that get into their heads and don't play to full ability in this next half. E-bot taking a long time to switch over to the sides. Here we go. It's like I said, Lancaster now on the T side, York on the C side, all come straight out for that start. No delay right there.
Definitely justified right there. It's going to go somewhere aggressive. Seems to be how he plays.
Is he going to go straight to the connector position? Yes, he is indeed.
Everyone eating out, he's not going to find him here.
He's going to hear all these days, all these footsteps though. He's going to have so much information. And they're not going to expect him to be in there. And while everyone's attention is towards Rascars, Cinnamon gets in there for an easy kill.
That was so quickly there.
That was so quickly.
Amazing walking there from Rascal right there.
It's not just brilliant warping, it's being able to understand where to move when on timing. They know he's there, he's not a kill. So they're all starting is swing out, easy kill. It's just yeah. Rascal again, just going to be going in. He is going to get faced though. He spots him though, no, beautiful wallbang kill onto Rascal.
Repeating the same thing twice, it's always kind of risky. It gets much risk though.
3 men in water right here. Looks like that. But he spots him against trained fast by Enigma. And it's going to be interesting to see whether they still want to go for this B take after realising that all their information has been given to the CT side.
We've seen there, it's plenty of time to switch. They won 70 seconds on the clock. And Synonyms
I don't think they realise that they don't know how close he is to them.
You heard Experillis right there running away. And easy
pick
kill
up.
back.
But while he's flanking, his teammates are dying on site. He does get another pick off into Enigma. Fresh holding site against Oak. Hoves 1v2 to keep this game alive for Lancaster.
You know where it is.
Match points for your brilliant first game from this round, as I did have to say so myself.
Was this George pick or next?
This, I believe, was your pick. So, the next map is Cobstone, York's pick. I'm not sure what to pick on. I do know that the York guys like it. I don't know about the Lancaster guys. So, thanks everyone for listening. I hope you enjoyed the first game, going to overtime. Couldn't ask for more really, very high-packed game. But sadly for Lancaster, they couldn't bring it out in extra time.
And the fuse will hold well.
It will, definitely. So, we'll send you over to the desk now for a bit more analysis. Enjoy the rest of the match.
Sorry for the technical interference, we had a few problems, but we should be underway now. So, a pretty explosive game, I have to say, to kick us off. Niall, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, well, it's funny because the player who I thought would make the difference didn't make the difference. I thought it was going to be Matt's CT side that would be the finisher for it, but honestly, Rascal and BCG just really impressed me. Like, they seem to adapt really well to, like, specifically in overtime to Lancaster's CT holds on the B site. Like, they just were pre-firing them to death. Like, they kept just getting them before they had a chance to rotate, and they were quite decisive, and they managed to save Lancaster and a lot of fakes. I think that's what kind of tipped it, even though both sides in regular time had like such good CT halves. Like, they both just looked really solid on it, and it just required that little bit of like, not, I don't say luck because it's not luck, that little bit of adaptation to just push it over the line in overtime.
What do you think?
It was very interesting that both teams seem to make similar mistakes on their T side by not punishing the opposing team's CT sort of unadaptability, where like York did have a bit more, but as we saw in some rounds where like when Rascal was going the AWP into connector, and like it felt like 4 or 5 rounds you get there and you get a pick and get out, and it's like that. You should know he's going to do that by the 5th round.
That can't happen. Like,
And the same thing would happen with York, where Lancaster would push all the way up to Fountain or up to Birthday or into Toilets, and it's like, you know, they've not been playing passive on A, you know they're aggro on A, but still, like, they would get a frag or two, like, they wouldn't just be like, you know they're going to be around there, you just flash every corner, you smoke things out, you get that kill, and then you're a number up. It's like, instead, they're just taking angels with these people that they clearly know are there, but they aren't sort of using their utility to sort of bust their information to get free kills rather than trade kills.
Yeah, I think on that point, that's a really good point. That York's T side looked strong up until the point where what seems to be happening is every single round, just as they're about to execute, a Lancaster player would appear behind them and kill 1 or 2 people. And then what do you do? Because you've lost essentially like 1/2 of your push because it might be long. 2 people die. Well, now you're only pushing from toilets, and you can't only push from toilets into A site because you're just going to get because there's crossfires from 4 places now. Like you're just going to get minced up. But again, it felt like similarly. Lancaster felt like it felt like it's a long time ago now, but it felt like they didn't really have a plan on their T side either. They sort of just rushed sites. They never tried any fakes. They never tried any like executes really. They didn't. It felt like there was no variety. They were just running onto sites, and you know, it was kind of a coin toss whether they were winning the Angel initially, but then a lot of the time they were just getting cleaned up because they'd spent all their utility just throwing it in with no real sense of like, well, that smokes for that smokes for that. They were just overloading the site with utility, and then they had nothing left for the retake, and York would just rack and crush them. Whereas York held their utility really well, I think, on both sides.
A really good example of that, sorry, is their first T overtime round, where they just sort of all pushed mid through a smoke, got flashed, got murdered.
Yeah.
Like there was like, I think they maybe killed 1 person on York.
Just got put in the blender.
But yeah, they just got shot from like 4 different angles and just got destroyed. And it was like, yeah, there was some. I mean, in the overtime there were some rounds that York got lucky on with them not being able to flag, not being able to find the bomb. But like, and you can't maybe guarantee that they win that round every time. But I definitely feel either York stepped up or Yankers just fell apart in the overtime. Like in the overtime, it was much less close than the regular time.
So on that, so obviously it went to overtime. It was pretty neck and neck. We had, I think, 5 or even 6 rounds. It was just back and forth, especially in the second half. What do you think was the thing that suddenly just clicked with York? Because it seemed like something just suddenly happened, and they just thought, right, well, we know where they're holding. Now we're going to just start winning the game. So what do you think was the thing that really changed and gave them the advantage?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think really what happened was I say both teams, the Lancaster team, their CT side played way too aggressively in my opinion. They were holding the same really aggressive angles, and it feels like when you're doing that, it's only a matter of time until you start getting pre-fired. And we saw Rascal just instantly when they took, I think it was their second T round in overtime, just pre-fired that spot where the guy had been stood on B site, on boxes, like he just pre-fired it and just killed him instantly. You've lost the site then, like instantly, and there was no one else to back him up, and it felt like eventually, like Lancaster's sort of luck ran out. And it's not luck, you know what I mean? Like their constant over-aggression finally got punished, and unfortunately for them, it got punished when it mattered the most. It was overtime. They had no time to adapt because it was sort of a one-two punch where they lost that round and they couldn't get anything going on T side, and it was gone just from that like that adaptation to just pre-fire the aggression. Basically, they didn't play defensively enough.
It was definitely. I don't feel like Lancaster could have played a lot more passive, like you said, because their retakes were good. Like even despite their aggression and not having utility, like they were getting a lot of like good retakes. That if they kept their utility right and played it better, they would have won even more. Like an example was their CT pistol, where like you mentioned it when we were there. Like they didn't buy a smoke or a kit; they bought a Molotov, which I can't remember what they used it.
It was in Sandry, just straight to monster, I think.
Yeah, and it was like, I remember it was short or something. They used it really early on, and it was. And then they had a 3D one where the guy was in toilets, one planted for him. And if they had that smoking kit, they win that round 9 times out of 10. And they didn't. And it's like if they just thought more about their utility usage, they would have won even more retakes. And if they thought through, I could see York not winning any gun rounds. Like both teams struggled with gun rounds. Both only got 3, but because they both got their T pistols. And yeah, like that was a very small margin that I think Lancaster just lacked, and that really hurt them. Same with their sort of CT pistol, where I don't know, their CT pistol seemed very, very strange. Like not just the no smoking kit, just the. I don't know, they just seem to make a lot of very strange decisions in that. Like they don't seem to realise that they have a longer range. and they took very close range fights. And it should have been
I mean, I think it's a good point you make about because of the whole smoke, like no smoke, no kit thing. Is it felt like they made they on the fly decision making is very strong, is what it feels like. Like Lancaster was taking out of York by outthinking them in the moment, so it would be catching them off guard or taking like a slightly weird rotation to catch them out. And York was constantly getting caught out, especially on their T side, by players just being places they had no idea they were there because of this quite like aggressive strategic play from Lancaster. But ultimately, once York had kind of adapted to that and they thought about it more on the fly, they didn't just try their executes, they started free-firing these angles, they started controlling these sort of aggressive plays. That's sort of what really made the difference. And Lancaster, again, like it felt like they were relying 100% on their raw individual skill. They were just having to hit the shots. I like that round you say, the perfect example where they got blended basically coming down A shots because 4 people looked connected at the same time, which if you're doing sort of like jiggle peaks in pairs, it never happen. You have 2 people and you trust your team to kill the person connected or contain them, and they all look and they get sprayed down to 2 angles because no one's now covering the outside toilets and no one's covering inside toilets. They're all looking connected, and it felt like a kind of panic on the fly, not very well drilled mistake.
Yeah.
Which York was not really making. It felt like York wasn't making the lack of execute mistakes. They were just not adapting on the fly well enough that they go, okay, we don't actually have that piece of information, so we have to adjust now. They wouldn't do that. They would just keep going and they get stabbed in the back basically.
It was like you said earlier, you felt that on the T side, Lancaster didn't have much structure, but I would argue the same thing's true on their CT side. Like, I don't think like their CT side was just we aggro when we feel it's like an instinctual thing to go. We probably win the Angels because other than sort of Rascal and BCG, like York wasn't that strong on the Angels. I didn't feel like, especially Matt, he was having a really hard game, and it was just like. But it was all sort of very individual. There was no pretty much
no coordination.
Yeah, it was just very. I don't know. It didn't feel like it didn't feel like they'd ever sat down on the server and done dry runs of takes, of retakes, and things like that. It feels like they've never actually done any of that practice that isn't just scrimming.
Nice. So let's talk a little bit about the individual players now in the game. So we've already said, Matt Botley didn't really quite show up as we were hoping. That's a shame. But then, BCG and Rasclark completely just, when one player falls behind, the others just pick up the slack. And, they really just played when York needed them to got those kills. What do you think, if we talk about BCG first, what was his strongest aspect in the game that we saw?
I think it was actually like his I actually was more impressed with the CT side than his T side. Like I think his adaptive CT play and B water was really quite impressive. Like he just knew where people were as they were coming in, and so he would very quickly move his aim around and just spray people down essentially, which I thought was pretty damn impressive, and it's not a strength I really consider him having. But again, like I think what really showed again from Fragsup was this idea that they don't see themselves as heroes; they see themselves as each has a role, and so what they do is they don't just try and stay alive. They will 1 for 1 if it means the team wins. What?
Louder.
Fine. I'm not screaming at the thing. Okay, but yeah, I felt like he's just because he's sort of like. I lost my train of thought. That is absolutely thrown me. Yeah. Essentially, I felt like because each of the players sort of knew their role, that even if one of them was losing the aim duel, it was okay because they were dying so that one of their teammates could get the kill. Whereas it felt like on the Lancaster side, they were relying on the fact that it was pure instinct. It wasn't like it didn't feel like there was a plan to get the refrag. They were getting refrags because players were thinking, "Oh, I have to go really aggressive now just to get the kill because his sprays down kind of thing."
As I think we're trying to wrap it up, I won't elaborate. But
right, well, let's just Tom. We're about to go into the second game. I'm going to guess it's Cobble. Hopefully, I won't be mistaken. Yep. So I believe this is Lancaster's pick. What are your thoughts? What should we be looking out for?
I think we need to look out for Rascal's Orc because this Orc can be very powerful on either side. And Rascal's proven he's very good with it. I'd like to see Matt wake up. Stop being Botley, but I think York can take this for sure. Like York, this is another one of their best maps along with Overpass. I mean, it definitely could go to Lancaster as we saw with, as we saw with Overpass. But it's going to be very close. Hopefully, another very close game. Get to the third map.
Brilliant. Right. Well, we'll get straight to the second map now. So we'll see you at the next game.
Game 2, Cobblestone. After that amazing game 1, it's gonna be. I hope another overtime comes in. We'll have to see.
Yeah, we had double overtime in the first 2 maps. That would be something.
But this is, of course, York's pick. Overpass was Lancaster's pick. I know the York guys, probably their favourite map. They do like to play it a lot.
The Lancaster do know this, so they will be prepared for this, ready. So it shouldn't be one-sided.
It's quite common that York guys love top, probably their favourite map. So I believe that this map, they wouldn't have let it in. They weren't going to be prepared to play it.
But currently he seems to be waiting for. That's about him. Hopefully we'll get in soon.
I can't remember what his name was.
Oh no, Raskia's the other side. Cute.
Or something.
It was 3 letters. You. Right, so he shouldn't be too long. Hopefully on his way soon.
There he is. Nice room to join the server. Very lovely. Knife round will happen again. I'm armor. Decoy.
So cobblestone is this sided map. I'm not sure.
I
even
would say that changes, for example, like the the stairs that were added to the cobblestone map. I'd probably say it's very CT-sided, because you can just play sites, allow them to.
Makes it a lot easier to hold that area if you get there.
Because you can be willing to play 4v1. That's the kind of general meta that happened before the changes were happened. So, not too sure if they've changed that much. It's still quite common to play a majority of players to the B side of the map.
Be interesting because in Overpass there was so much priority to A long. So we might see something quite unique to this matchup in this map as well.
Knife round's going to be starting here. They're going to be going to mid area, I believe. Armor being bought by all sides, like usual. Oh, does having armor in a knife round actually make a difference?
I don't know. I don't think it does.
Sure. I don't think it does. So I think it's for the.
I mean, see who's got the best knife. Let's have a look through everyone's knife. Assessments.
Should we have a little look through everyone's knife?
Charles' knife is pretty nice.
Basic bayonet. I'm pretty sure, without even having to look through it, Sapphire's going to win it. Just look at that. I want it.
Snap Motley wins it with bayonet. Bayonet the best, apparently.
Bayonet, blue, steel. And they are swapping, so the York side is going to start on the CT side. Which I believe it is, like we said, it is a CT-sided map. It's a good idea from the start of this side to get their feet on the ground, understand what they need to be looking for. Right.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking towards this. Some shotgun players, hopefully. From drop and maybe from A-long. We'll see what they decide to do.
Snacks-like plays on A-long with Dawn off.
I hope so.
Team saying have fun in chat.
Hopefully Lancaster after that crushing loss in overtime right there.
So all men going towards it. Apparently chips smell down. Fresh could be caught out with by the Glock train. Is PC just going to run him over?
Quickly takes the P2000 and on site.
Getting caught up by this I believe it's Enigma.
That volley taken down, and that is the site now. Synonym catches them.
Does that's bomb as well, so
amazing
beautiful shot
right
onto
there.
tops, right? But that's bomb, so he has free reign here. Rush that with another incredible headshot. UPC left alone. Armor, clock, get HP.
Raskia has defused it, so even if it does get the bomb down, it's not going to be too.
Try and pull us out to be 1v1s, but CT don't really do anything, allow him double peek it and win this round.
very good headshots there. It almost looked bad. That Lancaster almost got onto site right there, but just getting the bomb down straight away.
Lancaster almost steals all the block train, just rushing up mid. Counter. Actually counter. That's about it was the star player of the.
All going through there. One went through drop, probably trying to delay the rotates.
I can't remember who it was. It was either Enigma. I believe it was Enigma. Went all the way around and brought out 2 players in connector.
Slowing down the rotates.
Time to get onto site, but if it wasn't for that lovely
and he's already on the site now, and quick kick by
once
Toes.
again, Toes with these pistols. Yeah, whether he's got an M4.
I mean, that's a pick straight away, and
Enigma again is taken out.
Tech 9's just playing now.
Eeky beaky like.
Trying to be patient,
But he's gonna get caught out. Fresh just gonna be looking to take this M4 aids, armor and a kit. Like we're gonna have the same back and forth.
and all the 4 UMP has been picked up now by Lancaster, so they'll probably be using those next rounds. And they not really trying to chase Fresh. They don't know he's got an M.
I don't think Nick spotted him at all, but sees at the end, takes that and takes from them. So it's gonna be a save round coming out of the idea. Maybe buy a few upgrades. Try and do the whole back and forth thing again.
Keep the pressure going. Don't let the economy build up.
Reset the T side.
Raskyat with the scouts, going aggressive long A push.
Watch out.
Esperus expecting it. He's a leg.
Scott does tag him down though. Not want to peek again. He does have 2 flashes to get himself out of this. The rest of the T side seems to be take flat control of it.
Raskyat falling back into the side there. Now,
Are they going to expect it? 1, 2. Can he get third? Back to broken wall.
pretty typical spice.
Fresh there to once again trade. This is down to a 2v2. A scout can do great work again. Express has been tied down to 29 HP.
Does have an AK of it.
Death's loving arms.
Whereas tagged down, only 1 hit from Scout when
That's cool. Let's go for this. Very upward person scout. Get blinded. Believe. Looks weird. Express takes him down with the AK. It was a good pulse fire. They got down to 2 players.
this round looks like it's finito. Can't see the spy coming through. My god. And here we go, an eco.
Gonna do the V bus pro snake. It's a 5-man going to mid and take up the thing. So if anyone peeks mid, and F squad, I'll be more than happy. If they take side plant, they just stay and keep. It doesn't. But very useful. First Pro did it. Does breed quite a few successes. Yeah, 1 or 2 kills.
Mac 10's making right now.
1, up to 2.
That's $1,200 going. Another Mac 10 kill.
Building up the bank here would be probably a lot easier. Out of the I'm just like not
Stay as a group. Make it much harder for the SMEs.
and allow them to build a piece of cash on these. Yeah, come on,
No one's
so
still got this.
don't worry, it's fine.
Expert is upgrading for the Mac 10 in an AWP. And see. No AWP.
5 M4s. A little bit short on the team department.
Not 5 cement. It's good enough. Not lacking too.
Not enough to be able to hold out.
just staying in the middle. They haven't committed.
That's like after that smoke. Fresh has been boosted. Nice little. I don't know if they're expecting.
Could catch one out. Definitely try and push if they try.
So they just group and drop here. Very classic. Smoke left side of drop, so they go for an A split. You can
Almost staying is looks like
drop and
no waiting for this.
Ascot gets QP, comes to help him with the load. Once again, if this bomb could plant, could be spotted out. Bobby gets the kill and Bobby's down. Holmes is left in a 1v3.
Last guy left alive again. Last hit.
Difficult task to begin with in the 3.
Giving away his position.
But makes it even worse now. The bomb was dropped down on long. There's nothing he can grab that bomb right there.
CT's very prepared for that. Look, they have got the crossfire going. They left wrong. Extremely effective.
Very good communication there from now. But to make sure that is but it looks like they're going to be sending Motley to the long. Normally playing mid area. Much damage, it looks like it's damage, actually. Yes, physics in general. Yes.
Prescott back from long A, just play it on the sides. Bomb being held just outside. Ortiz waiting there.
Fresh once again being put up on this. In an M being put into Virgin Hobbit hole after the Gambit player. But not facing, now it looks to get the plat control. Playing a very passive. I don't think they expected that. Does free fire that area, just kill, doesn't take it down very swiftly.
He was looking up there. I think he expected it. Just wasn't able to land the shot in time.
I think he wasn't expecting the player to be like that far back and that far over to the left. 3 blocks. He did have to have a slight gap with it cost him.
Enigma with nearly a full eco. Only Enigma with armor and pistol.
They're just gonna do pistol strat that they originally tried to do. Rush mid. Pistol strat. Wow, after a trading off on.
Completely stopped any hope for bomb plants. Counter-terrorists win. Quickly shut down.
Big white up. And then 4-3. They've really brought it back since that first 3 rounds.
When they try and push that to long A, they get crossfire. Second they go up the stairs from there, making it a big difference, especially with the pistol. Longer range. A-long it was not going to work.
Ascot go for a cheeky little pick over the smoke there. I believe you might have seen a few of them pushing up onto the long area of the map. So could have been given the information towards Motley to primely smoke that off so he can't get killed easily.
Prescott is aggressive players not paying off as much currently as if they were an overpass. But hopefully.
Lancaster haven't had the chance to get the AWP out though on whichever one they to put the on cobbles.
They got a Tobes.
Motley gets caught out by keeping hiding the corner. Rascal is just eyes dead set. Poor guy.
I get caught out from step.
QPC just trying to bait out this shot. Time and like you just said. Pushing through that smoke again too. Making easy kills. Nobody would be expecting him to run through the smoke like that.
Pulls it back and now it's 2 on 2. He's near the bomb.
We'll try and isolate this into 1v1. But CTs probably play together, double peak, they have bomb control, they don't need to risk it.
It's going to be very hard for him to get to the bomb and get to the sides. Very good A site hold down.
Probably going to be a pistol arm buy coming out from the Lancaster side. Maybe go for a waterfall drop.
The Armor Tech 9, very powerful in the last few of the rounds. I mean, it's a deagle actually from P. Didn't see many deagles in
He did
Overpass.
hit a very good 1Ds on it.
Oh yes, he was
the
in B-side.
wallbang. BCG sort of
That's
fresh with a fresh with 2 BCG as well.
completely shut down.
They are communicating specialists.
So he managed to get an AK. If he can hold this, I mean, that's as good as he can hope, I think.
With a nade out in his hand. Why standing out in the open
Two
with a nade in his hand?
headshots. Now
GBC
1v2.
now took it upon himself, taking the liberty to hand 2 of the York players a very nice haircut.
And then another headshot. This is now 1v1 situation. Playing for the ace.
Motley, full nades, M4, have a kit.
But just under a minute, and he has bomb control.
The longer QPC makes though, the more I believe he's at. Out. He gets the ace clutch from QPC, 2 HP.
Amazing. That's
Well played, very well played from QPC right there.
It's a great round right there. 5 headshots just quickly. It seemed lost rounds. Just pulls it straight back.
All started by your players being out of position, nades in their hands out
They
the
didn't,
open.
they didn't expect him to push with the AK. I mean, 1v4 he was. It seems suicide, but
crazy.
he made it work. And PT is now forced onto UMPs.
Mascot, however, being able to bring out that orb by hoping he can maybe work his way around the map.
Pushing even more long A. Manages to get the
Did
pick on
get the pick,
Experalis.
onto Experalis.
Pushed so far up there. He's
Push almost into the fountain area.
another 4-man run. And fresh
Just
holding
getting double
it.
kill, grabs the AK, but taking him down by 2.
They're gonna get the plants, and UMP and AWP both have kits and a lot of nades to work with.
Another ace. The Lancaster side. You can see now down to 1 HP. 1 more. That's round. They've pushed out again. Home to the 4K. UPC coming up clutch with the at the end with 1 HP.
That was a great post-farm play right there. You noticed the hole in the smoke right there. He managed to get right down to 1 HP there.
Really playing down the smoke. Really playing down the smokes. Very good. Both the Lancaster and York.
York now forced to eat the ET50 round.
Pushed 3 in area. 1 in danger and 2 mid area.
Lancaster are ready for this. They know the states. They're not going to run into a 5-stack this minute.
Right, so just going to pick up Rasclar. A bit greedy there. Trying to get a bit of map control.
As they saw pressure around an area, they're now moving bomb to B.
3. Oh, he's a dead man right here. Good beat.
Gets out.
Does get out though. So immediately back for more. Immediately back for more. Gets the kill onto toes.
Good PS, very impressive. Fresh now. E250.
Not careful, he will get wrapped on though.
This is the shot. Unfortunate.
Left it.
Probably
he's got a
play for
P50.
exits. Likely. See if they can catch. But they're playing on his own.
Cinnamon going for a knife hit. That what he's after. Over one of them arms.
And well,
Perfectly. Give him the courtesy. He was looking for it. Wild swing in the air.
He needed a taser. He needed
Motley could get one here. I
He gets one of
gonna
those,
risk it.
but
He's just going to allow them to run, so they
he gets an orb.
He gets the orb!
He lives at 12.
Held the 10.
That's an amazing play right there.
That's very big for the top side right here. They can now hand that orb over to one of the teammates down. They don't have to buy that.
Likely.
They don't have to buy that. He's the Motley. He's been able to save $4,000 going into the next round after this one. To be able to buy up his own armor.
Rusty out. So going long A every time with the orb, not trying to change, switch it up. But he might be able to get a pick if he puts another.
That constant threat. Like, it almost seems like he's pushed it every single round. Got a pick almost every single round. Almost seems that Lancaster very aware of that, and they're a bit pushing them there entirely, which is just funneling them. So it's essentially a 4-man stack on the B side with one of them playing Hector down window. They're just funneling them in.
Rascal heading over as well now. It's 5, 10. Who have dropped down? They can't fall back now.
Who have dropped down, and they would have heard drops as well. Standing close to that, so he would.
Precious position reveals. Still gets a pick off.
Still gets onto Tony. Does get caught out by Enigma. By his swing. Made from Dwayne.
CT's now on QBC. Get a great kill there.
And yet another kill left in another clutch against Motley. Don't think he also at run.
Only 15 seconds. Nowhere near the bomb. Very difficult.
Motley gets the wall rank kill. Very well played by Motley. Not letting himself just lean on a rock. Believe QBC there would have believed that he silenced the threat from Rock. He makes from
Very close. QBC had to try. He had a very short amount of time.
Yeah.
The bomb was still quite a way away from him.
but it has put again on a slightly economic potential. 4 AKs coming out and looks better right.
P250 on X Morales.
I think he's just going to run in there, try and get information for his team. Maybe get 1 kill, not just willing to die for his team.
Heading on to long A side now. X Morales first. Bit of vision.
Yeah, 4's coming handy here.
Rascal.
Caught out though by X Morales. 250.
50 paying off, and the bomb is dropped.
X-Blast is going to make them. X-Blast is going to punish them for allowing him at orb, I believe.
Well, it's an
BCG
amazing
with
play
a-
for BCG
See
right
what
there.
he can do.
In the favor of CTs now.
The sprint. I believe Oak is being pressed upon here by
1v1 now. He has no idea where he is. 50 seconds though, plenty of time to work with.
Bomb is in control of the scene. Does have to go toward. Let's try and save the
No time. Thank you though, still extremely good rifles to get their hands on. Terrorist, gonna be just buying pistols this round. Armor and Oak.
Are they going to go for the usual pistol strat and just rush down mid, try and get trades, try and get a quick bomb down?
Seems to be A long, most of them going, trying to get Rasky up, but not push. A long this time.
If you can hear all those footsteps, he doesn't buy that. Harris
Just traded out.
It's traded out by QBT.
You're holding the site, slowing down the push.
Not careful. Getting flanked by Alice. Ram.
And takes him out.
Crisp. Shot boy.
Boldy taken down to 25. being shot in the arm. Bomb is still away from A sides. Getting there now, but a lot of time.
A lot of time they've been wasting for allowing the C to get up in. As soon as that bomb goes down, they're going to be ready to ring.
A lot of utility still remaining. T's have absolutely no gun and no armor. So aim punch is going to longer gunfights just.
Which is what you see Finland doing there. Doesn't want to risk the. Don't want to risk the close-up battle.
All down to Synonym right now. 1v3. Definitely doable. And taking out both hopes with the Tech 9 right there. No, but no, just the pistols hanging off greatly there. And CT's now forced to pistol themselves. Oh, final round, so they may as well. Fresh with a deagle, everyone else 5.7s. They have a few nades, not too many. See what they'll be able to do with them.
Fresh
No shots.
Every shot. But just looks like the team's just going to be barreling out here. Taking the Angel, being willing to fight with this.
8-7 to Lancaster.
8-7 half. It's been a little bit more of a at the half. It's been a bit more of a close affair rather than overpass.
9-6.
9-6. Wouldn't really say as close. This does give York a lot of time. Nice stepping to go into the side to see what they can do.
It's been very back and forth game. Seemingly, no team really wanted to equal at all. Always trying to keep the pressure going, buy those upgraded pistols. Try and like pressure, get as many kills, winning rounds. Raskyard not being as much of a fear factor as overpasses.
No.
It just a lot of times they're just ignoring on A and just focusing on B. Not being able to have the same sort of impact. Yeah. He's not doing badly, but he's still mid-fragging. It's just not that level of fear.
Right. As we said at the start of this map, this is York's pick. They're going to have something for me, so there's no doubt about that. We know that they like to play it, so let's see what they bring out here.
Right, so let's see if they buy a diffuse kit this time, or they're going to go 5 armor like last time. Let's hope it doesn't backfire again.
And Rascal taking the hit on the T side, find a smoke, 2 flashes. They're just going to be. Looks like they're just going to be taking it.
Flash, nothing. Good.
Oh, he's going to catch out Rascal.
It's a nice pick right there.
Very. Dive in there like a Russell diving swan.
It's 3-on-3 now.
Fresh, once again with the burst.
I think getting the last 2 picks is great headshots right there. No diffuse kit that time needed. Getting the kills nice and quick.
Which means Lancaster essential for the 2 rounds to add on to this.
Not necessarily.
They don't get resetted.
Force buys have been working very well for both sides. Everyone force buying on T except Fresh. Maybe trying to save for some kind of weapon. Maybe an ult after the next they lose after the eco. If they lose this one. 5 UMPs on the side. It's gonna be a long A rush with P's right. Esperanza hears it and gets slowed down straight away.
Run over by that.
The A side's completely open. No one's on the site. It's gonna be a fast bomb plant. Complete control of the sites.
Allow the T's to grab complete control of the site, set up in They've left in a 4v3 situation now, where these tech lines, once they got onto the side,
and TCG taking both of those down.
The collapse headshots.
But just the fast plays really caught Lancaster out right there. Quick one pick and then straight onto the sides. No one else anywhere near.
Yeah. Enigma's brought down to $0 going into the next few rounds. Got 5-7 armor, a nade, and a flash.
There's, I mean, 4B again, so I mean, the same thing might happen this round actually. All the terrorists going. Morales with the Deagle.
Kind of gonna risk it, just stack a sight.
Yeah, may as well.
On a CT side on a map like Cobblestone, pistol. Can't go with your usual default. Take the long jewel. And the AKs on the T side.
So, TT's might trying to get a defuse. Doesn't have much hope. UPC, only one left now. Hoping someone will push him most likely.
Rascar
Yep.
should have saw him. We saw him last screen.
Didn't he? A little bit too late.
4-3 wrestling.
Can't pick up the rifle. He really wants that rifle. He's holding because he really would like to grab hold of it. But too risky, I think.
I think he believes that as soon as the bomb goes off, it's going to blow towards him. Yeah, that's what he was looking for, but can't seem to find it.
Didn't.
I believe it blew it into the corner.
Unfortunate for him right there. It's a good pickup though.
Yeah.
One gun out, and it was only a UMP, I think, though. So they're not going to mind having to rebuy that for an AK. Full eco from Lancaster. Round. Just rushing from A now.
Cinnamon swaps it out.
Matt Volley just ready for this. Does get taken down, but 3 down already. They're not going to be able to pick up a gun.
UPC left yet again. In a 1vx situation.
He might be even get a rifle this time. They know where he is now.
As you can see, Cinnamon's just guarding that AK that's on the fly. They just want anyone to pick that up.
You see, not able to get a kill this time.
They're getting rid of the UMP that they did have on the side of the T sides in favour of that dropped AK.
He's now going to be fully bought, so the AK definitely much more favoured compared to the U. Instant headshot on just more accuracy.
5 M4s coming out of the CT side. Decided not to favour an AWP.
I'm not sure they would be able to afford it, actually.
No, they're very short.
And it's drop rush right here, and good way. And it's 2-2 trade. And the 4 kills in CT, it's suddenly all left to Cinnamon.
All fell apart.
2-on-1, it's still doable. Bomb is in CT control. It's going to be quite difficult. Full nades.
Cinnamon with a full nade set. So
He
he
smoked
might be
out
able
now.
to do something. This. It's a very risky play to allow Bomb to go drop down first, because if he dies and loses that, after they commit.
I think they'd already decided to commit. Like, 3 of them jumped down extremely quickly.
Yeah, they did.
Didn't get side trades.
I believe it was a bit of an off play with ECG, for example, dropping, getting a kill, and then immediately trying to switch out when
And him trying to catch them out from the drop.
Don't think Tobes is going to expect this.
He does, but he gets picked up anyway. 1v1 now, picked up the bomb. 40 seconds, plenty of time.
9 HP though on Synonym.
With the AK, it's still 1 hit headshot. Definitely doable.
He's going to get
Sticking
bombed
the
down.
plant.
He's just going to stick the plant.
He still has nades.
Molotov, smoke, and a flash. Experalis has got no nades, nothing to help him.
No defuse kit. No, nothing on Experalis. Synonyms
Has to try and find.
looping around. This very bold. Assuming they don't have the defuse kit. Maybe
Has
it's
to
because
try and find
he's running
these.
out of money. This is so unlikely. 10 seconds.
He
It's
has
not
to
going to
stick it
happen.
in the time. He has to try and be wasting the time. And
Gets picked up, unfortunately. Right there.
a very, very beautiful clutch from Cinnamon right there from the York side.
Great movement around right there. Staying mobile,
Yeah.
keeping them guessing where he is. Really nice play. And CT's forced armor pistol right now. 5.7s, but 1 flash. We'll see if that will do anything. Terrorists just not doing anything too aggressive, holding back, seeing if they're going to push through.
They're doing their usual default of having 2 players looking for a mid push, for example, and try and take plat control in general and drop down control.
Especially for a pistol round, they're quite likely that CT's might try a rush somewhere, so it's definitely good to set up.
Rascart, thinking QPC down all the way to 0 heal right there.
Spiralis gets a pick off though. Gets a trade immediately.
And again, another grenade kill. Kobe Bryant's back from retirement, boys. Here to play.
One quick kill, it gets out as well.
Very quick headshot onto Rasclar. Gets that information.
No one on A side though. I'm not sure how likely this is to work.
They know where he is. They're gonna know where he is from peek where he did.
Both down.
They do lose 2 AKs and armor though, so there's quite a lot of investment that he's gonna have to remake, but putting the money on the T side.
Have they? Just how many rounds have they won in a row? Just 5 in a row now.
5 in a row now.
So momentum's going.
Lancaster won pistol round and weren't able to convert in the second round, and it's led to a 5-round winning streak for the York side.
First thought purchase on the CT side. Enigma going with York this time, playing it on platform. Almost TC. He saw the person.
Beautiful flick. Very beautiful flick from Enigma onto Fresh. Thought we'd missed the opportunity there with Rasclar skirting around the smoke, but
Manages to make it.
very, very made up for it with that flick right there.
Express would have had the York. It's not. Trying to catch him out.
Yeah, T-side still has 3 smokes, 4 Molotov.
Amazing 2 kills from CT there, take out the AWPer. And it's 4v2 now. They know where the bomb is as well. 50 seconds, the T's can still move it around. I think Botley was sighted there on long A. CT is very much prepared for this 8-8.
Got the AWP on site, just watching that wood area, not letting anyone get any spots out.
RPG.
Taken out by Enigma. A lovely foreplay from Enigma there, picking up that AWP on the CT side. Started off that lovely wallbang kill on Plat.
That AWP definitely being worth the investment right there. And just getting them their first gun round.
Yeah.
Managing to break the streak.
Getting them their first win in 5. It's a big confidence booster to win like that, especially when a singular player gets a lot of kills, they start pumping up their own team. Start telling them, yeah, we can do this, we got this.
And you're still fully bought, still plenty of money. And it's all the T's currently going to A site, only one, but Enigma rotates now.
That AWP, he's going to get the
Smoke just locks him out completely.
Now 3 of them have rotated away.
3 are preparing now, they're expecting this play.
Enigma did get Molotov out of the balcony area. Out the open. Gets burnt alive.
2 trade, Oak still holding on the A site. He's gonna get a shot in the backs. He's taken out anyway from Fresh.
Bomb's going to go down by Rasclar. Got good afterplant hit positions here. Thinlim is below the balcony. Rasclar's on site. Fresh is on B-Ram. And Thinlim with 1. Rasclar there to support his own team.
It's very hard to retake when the doorway smokes. You have very few options to fight that direction.
Yeah. It's all about they broke the streak. They've won their round, 5 rounds in a row, and then they just
Reset now.
They just get reset, can't capitalise on that win.
And it's another eco now from Lancaster. E250, they're doing
It's doing the versus Pro Snake.
But
So I think they've been
going to B
Enigma
side.
just get 1 though.
1-for-1 trade.
Just here. But B side is entirely open. Bomb's going to go down. I don't see any way Lancaster going to bring this round back in particular.
No armor, nothing. I mean, the best they can hope for is to find one of the T's, but Rascal might get picked out. No, he's... Oh!
Does get picked out by
Picked out.
Australia, so I think he's
AK
just
pickup.
gonna take that AK and run for the hills. But I don't. The T's aren't gonna let him have this.
Two kills.
Kills.
Morales. 3 kills.
3 kills. Builds up his bank.
Keeping the AK as well. It's
Builds his bank and
really
keeps
good.
the AK. Which is good.
But York is now 14-10. They need more than just good kills.
Yeah. Not winning rounds, stitching them together.
They need these rounds to see what lengths they're buying out. It's the AWP again for Enigma. Double AWP setup. This is how they decide this is how they think they're gonna win the rounds.
Well, it's a single AWP, just straight up to Enigma.
Oh.
They were just throwing it around a lot.
Bad mistake.
Bit of communication issue there with Toves.
Like 4B1A doesn't look like it'll get punished from an early T rush onto A side this time. B executes many
down
smokes
a
around.
lot. I believe Rascot might have got legged there by the AWP.
Enigma, 1 pick. Misses the second shot.
Gets the second though.
Third,
Rascot's
taken out, but he's done his job right there. It's 4v2 now.
Rascot's gonna punish him for getting a bit greedy there, getting a bit tight. But
Toes taking over right there.
Toes just gonna pick up right where he left off.
Nice kill from BCG. Runs out of ammo. Gets the kill anyway. Now 2v1. The bomb though, he can't. It's not on platform. He's got to commit to B site now.
Gonna see another low HP BC clutch like we did on the overpass map. Possible. But they have their eyes on the plat area. But no, they look away just as
Managed to get on the site.
he's allowed to.
Picking up the
He's
bomb.
allowed to get out.
For 30 seconds. And taken out by the B right there. That's the round they needed. The
Once
AWP
again, goes 1-1, 1-1, trading rounds. If they just need to start stringing the rounds together, start to get a good economy, start to get back in this game.
not able to buy the AWP this time. They didn't have the money though, which that's how they've been winning these gun rounds. And the Mag 7 from X-Paralis, you know, this is trying to change it up, catch them off guard. He's playing it mid.
Very
Interesting choice.
very odd choice. Yes, it
They
is a
won't
very
be
close
expecting
angle.
it.
They will get like channeled down into that one area.
All playing around the B area. X-Paralis is just gonna be that information guy. And see
There it
if it
is.
works.
Gets flashed. He's gonna get killed. Potley and his teammates there being able to do very good teamwork with the flashing and together.
They're not quickly moving on to A. Now 2 CTs have managed to get onto the site now. The bomb is through mid current.
Enigma's pushed all
Hovering there.
the way to the bottom of ramp, so I don't think the team can expect something like that after having the Mag 7 pushed up so close.
And he hears the
Like,
footsteps.
He hears all the
He's
long route.
going around. There's no one actually on A site now. They thought it was. Thought it was
fell
A.
off.
The one guy from B side making a lot of noise.
Surely Enigma must have heard all those footsteps going through danger.
I think he may have only hit one. Take off. They get the point on A now.
Bombs goes down.
3v2
and
and
3v2. Look how far away the
very
cities are.
difficult retake.
Cities are miles away. Giving the bees all the time to set up in aftermath position.
They're going to try it. They won't be able to buy it right for the next round, but I still think it's worth it. Hopes gets 1 pick off, 1v2 now.
What you can do here.
Time going though, and picked off.
And this is map and match point for the University of York in the 2017 Roses. First map was Overpass, went into overtime. The second map was in Cobblestones, going 15-11, 27th round. With the Lancaster team on a semi-bye, the UMP on 0.
Buying as much as they possibly can.
257,
It's absolutely
two
needs
eagles.
round.
Essential.
He's grouping up near mid, not pushing.
Usual 3 on B, 2 on A from the C side. Express pushed up close to the C. See if he can do a bit of work like he tried to do a few rounds ago.
He's moving into now.
Hope's not willing to try face.
Gets the pick off on one guy on long. Gets an AK now.
AK and
Raskia trying to find him. One doesn't get the second.
Vantageous trades going towards. But coming back into a 3v2. This is they're gonna have to split. Gonna have to split.
There's still one on the A site and one pushed. He's pushing.
Oak is pushing way up a plat as well. Very aggressive.
Want to play those short angles, get up close right there with the 5-7. Team Tobes at overpass, do some great stuff with it. And one's pushed right into A site actually. On all the way through, we have
Oak. Easy pickup on the Cinnamon, not
Raskia.
expecting. Rascal's going to return the favour with another easy pick-off without his team.
3-on-2 for CTs, but the ball's planted now. They've got to try and retake. No defuse kit, so they have to go quickly.
All or nothing here for Lancaster. They've really got to pull out all the stops here.
One taken out quickly. Rascal last.
Fresh pull out in the open. Rascal in a 1v2. And
Taken out.
So this map and this game continue.
Big hits. They're going to take into the next round.
Oak managed to pick up a nade as well. Toes to the flash. They're taking in a lot of economy. Toes with that 5-7 as well. They're taking in a lot of economy into that round. Next round.
Can't buy an AWP again though, so no AWP for Enigma. Have to make do with the AK. And money, yeah, they can't fully buy. So pause from York here, probably just to try and just slow.
I think that's all the discussed right here. If they want to, but they're on 15 rounds. Either overtime or they win. Might as well call it ball. So their economy is in a decent-ish place. They can discuss if they're willing to go for it. They want to force buy and just try and end it right now. But they're in no rush. They can save this, have a full buy next round, and try and shut out a nice full buy.
So I mean, if they buy this round, then they'll probably have buys. Because the final round they'll be able to buy as well.
Yeah.
So they are going to buy.
Full buy here.
Wanting to end it now, and even if they don't, they're still going to be able to buy fully on the final round. So UMP picked up a Matt Botley, still can do great work on that. A lot of nades as well. And ETs got 3 M4s, 2 AKs. Everyone full nades, bar X Morales, bit low on money.
Like this map has really been very different. Like the stars from the overpass, Morales and Pascal, haven't exactly.
It's been quite an even performance.
Yeah.
ECG's been top fragging for York currently, but everyone's been making good contributions to the team, I think.
Igor with that all coming out was a very crucial place to give him those 22.
The York T side seems very strong. And just, yeah, the TTs haven't been able to get the AWP out many rounds. Only twice, and both rounds it's had a massive impact.
An incredible impact, both of those rounds.
If it goes to overtime, we'll probably see it again.
But Fresh is taken all the way down to 44 HP. It's taken out by Oak.
And a lot of smokes committed to B right there, but an A take is going to be happening. One on the side, X Morales.
I try and fall back to site, gets wow in the open.
Both taken out. It's a 3-on-3, but they have control of the entire site. They have defuse kits at least this time. Don't have to rush so much, but it's still a very difficult retake here.
We've got some very good
BCG with the quick pick off.
Got very good crossfires here on the T side with Botley at APC with Rascalot here. Side wall. That's it. It's game and match points. York win Roses 2017 2-0. Luckily, this game didn't actually really matter.
Yours just shows you're completely dominating and
Dominated the eSports with the 3-0 over Lancaster.
it seems like a lot of rounds they managed to get onto the A side, get that plant and just nothing else.
Yeah.
They got the quick pickoffs and then very difficult to retake that
Yeah.
site once you have full control.
But it's been a lovely time casting with you. It's been a pleasure. And been very good fun to witness the great CS by both York and Lancaster, going over to shake hands with each other right now. So I'd like to thank you all for witnessing eSports for Roses 2017. The first time eSports has actually been worth points at Roses.
Last year, it was worth a few points last year.
So I'm going to send you back over to the analysis right now. So hope you all have a very good night, have a good day. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you all next year for Roses in Lancaster.
Right, well, I'm assuming we're on. So there we have it. 3 games, 2-0 each time. Nolly, what can you tell me about that clinching, pretty reasonably one-sided victory at the end, I think?
Yeah, they just got slapped. They just got like traded, and they all died.
Yeah.
And then York won again.
Yeah.
It just kept happening.
Tom, any
It
thoughts?
was a lot of rounds on both sides that either side shouldn't have won.
Yeah, that's true.
So like a lot of 1v3s, 1v4s, that complete eco round that
There was a lot of pistol rounds
Yeah.
won against rifles.
was that round where they won T-pistol and then they won 2 rounds off the back of an eco, and that was like the only rounds they got for a while.
And BCG got a pen headshot kill through smoke through a
Yeah.
guy and killed them both.
But I think
Tech 9 balance.
in the end it worked out for the economy for the York Law because they had I don't know, it feels like they got their sort of bullshit rounds at sort of better times. So they came through bigger when it mattered. Whereas Lancaster will come through and then fall through in the next gun round, and then they'd be reset, and then they're back on pistols. But then they probably win rather than from the gun rounds, as it seems to go that game.
Indeed. Right, well, judging those results in mind, Nolly, I think, I'll leave this final answer to you. Who do you think is the better university of video games?
I mean, it's not an opinion.
No.
We just are.
It's a fact now.
They just got 2-0 in every game, so
Yeah.
it's just fact, I'm afraid.
It's awkward. Anyway,
Hey, buddy.
indeed. What's up, G? So, thank you very much from all of us.
Not
Thank you
awkward
for
at all.
watching, and, well, we'll see you next year.